weeks on Central Drive.
Well, that sounds about right. Welcome to Derek. Okay. So start recording too. Love you, sweetheart. So, we should be up and going. Hello everybody, welcome back to our Dungeons and Dragons game. That'll probably be our last session. Oh, I'm getting emotional.
Well, the last session of this adventure. There's always more adventure just around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and our next adventure will be curated by our beloved Icy, so that should be fun.
Ooh!
Now then, in the meantime, where we left off, our players had been in the dungeon. They found their way to the vault, went through many obstacles, traps, in one instance, a few falls, but had also found themselves a nice little stash of treasure. They spoke with the guardian of the hoard, a golden dragon in the gaze of a small dwarf. And after a very lucky persuasion roll that just missed the DC, you were able to convince him that guarding these ill-gotten goods was probably not the most morally correct thing to do. So the Golden Dragon decided that if the money is either returned to those who it was embezzled to or used for the greater good, he will allow you to A, leave with your lives, and B, make arrangements for the money to be divvied out to those who need it. So, with that, let's pop you back into the cave. Not the cave, the tomb. And helps if I move the players there too, doesn't it? There we are.
I just got the notification that we've gone live, by the way.
Excellent.
Took Twitch way too long.
Yeah, it usually takes a few minutes for it to actually go through after you've gone live.
It almost feels like a year.
Yeah. But
So,
we have
yeah.
gone live since my darling husband came into the room.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
Twitch does have to follow the same broadcasting rules and has to have, I think, like a 5 to 30 second delay.
Probably. Okay, let's get a little bit of music going.
Ever since Miss Janet Jackson had her wardrobe malfunction.
Well, it wasn't so much a malfunction as it was,
A jackass?
yes,
A pre-planned jackass?
possibly.
I always thought it was an advertisement for nipple jewelry.
So, now that I am temporarily a dwarf, because
Yes, I forgot to mention
that
that in the
also
recap.
happened.
Ashford was turned into a dwarf by an exasperated dragon so that you could actually leave the tomb because he uttered the magical word to close the doors.
Yes.
Which
now
apparently are effective anywhere within the vault.
will be interesting.
Don't worry, Astrid. You don't have to be a dwarf for too long. We got no reason to hang around much longer.
Yes, we have to make arrangements after all.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, don't forget change is good.
Yes, but change usually should come at someone's desire.
Technically, it has. It's come from yours, and by extension, our desire to get out of here.
Well, I did ask. You agreed.
Yes,
Yep.
I...
Let's not forget the best changes found at home. Usually on the back of a sofa.
I missed having kobolds around.
Well, like I said, you're welcome round our tavern whenever you feel like emerging from your domicile. There's plenty of kobolds around there.
Come here.
we shall see how things pan out. But for
Of
now,
course.
I have arrangements to make. Why don't you head on?
Yes,
Remember what I
sure.
said? If it is not Mert, they will be killed.
Understood. Mert only. One more thing. What? Well, not what name should I give Mert? Is your dwarven alias fine, or would you prefer your true name?
I believe the alias will be fine for now.
Alright, Barak Clanghammer it is. Alright, we've taken up enough of your time, sir. We will bid you farewell. And Rascal's gonna do a deep bow, do a 180, and start leaving.
A curtsy from Colrath, and she follows along too, right behind Rascal. You handled that masterfully, sweet.
Bing kind of does that bowing as he takes a step back. So
I have,
he's leaving.
suddenly lost all vision.
I see you.
Yeah, I see you as well.
Uh,
No, I see nothing.
You may
Good
need
old
to-
dynamic lighting.
Yeah, you may need to refresh your browser. Because this happens
Hey, will
sometimes
do.
in Dennis's game.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just refresh super fast then before I complain some more.
I know nothing.
And Korath is still stuck at her old place. Right next to...
Damn it, roll 20, we literally just moved 5 feet.
Well,
What was
10, but I get your point.
Well, I moved 5 feet, then it went all dark, and then I moved 5 feet more. So I'm technically correct, and the lights are all back now, so...
There we are. Sometimes
Alright, everyone.
it takes a little moment to wake up.
Alright, everyone, I reckon we're done here. Now all we've got to do now is get on the other side of the vault door, close it back up, and contact Mert. That's a wrap.
Yes, I hope it's that easy.
I have my doubts.
Don't do anything but that. We should be fine.
Let's just be cautious on the way out, just in case.
I'm right by your side, sweetie. Nothing's gonna hurt you while I'm around.
I take it we're all moving upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
So I'm going to pull you up.
please do.
Yeah, for the sake of brevity.
Alright, sweetie, I hope I make you feel as safe as you make me feel.
Aw, he's a sickeningly adorable.
Yeah.
Wait till the next line from Colrath is gonna be, I always feel safest when I'm protecting you.
Aww. Kobold boy is blushing so hard. You love it, really.
So, you just climb your way back up the stairs. As you hear the dragon slowly chuckling to himself down below. He's emerged back out in the room with the 4 statues of armor. So that was an interesting conversation, yes?
Very.
Interesting.
Most.
Felt my heart pounding in my chest the whole time.
Indeed.
If he had assumed his true form, all bets were off. It was hard to keep my nerve in front of that.
Yes, he looked small, but you could feel his power in the air.
Mm-hmm. Glad he's on our side.
Well,
then if
technically
it's-
it's just that we're on his side, but
We're on the same side, really. At
Yes.
least as long as we keep our end of the bargain, which I have every intention of doing.
okay. How do we get across? I mean, it's
I mean,
going to be a little bit, or do we just drop down?
yeah, I mean, I could just...
Yeah, we can always find somebody to tie a rope around.
let's see.
Something to tie a rope around.
How far does Featherfall go?
I could turn into a.
I think it
I could turn
lasts
into-
for a minute.
5 creatures. There's more than 5 of us, so can only get so many.
I could turn into a giant bat, and I could probably get Bing and maybe Nola.
I am very agile. I could get down quite easily.
Does anyone want me to change?
I can try jumping down. I've been
So-
pretty good at my athletics.
So, DM,
Yes.
how far are we from the ground?
60 feet.
Ah, literally the maximum for feather fall. So, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. You're
Hey,
just
don't-
beyond the point where your dark vision would allow you to see the floor.
Nice. I can cover 5 of us if we just leap down. Magic will handle that.
Bing, do you want to come with me?
Yeah, I think I'll take that option.
I think I would prefer to take the stairs.
And I'm gonna send you a message of what she turns into to see if I can.
Mr. Rashay, I just don't want you to hurt yourself. I'm fairly certain your father would disapprove if he learned that we got you hurt.
She can make that leap, no problem.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh, you should have seen her. It was magnificent.
I am, aren't I?
Hehe.
Well, how about you, Captain Vizan?
I think I'll take the feathery way.
Sagely nodding. Yeah, it's
And,
probably for the best.
Kolrath looks over and goes, "Really? Not the stairs?"
He glares at you.
Kolrath does a little like skippy dance in a circle.
Bing
And,
just looks confused.
Long story.
On the outside, he's glaring. On the inside, he's screaming.
No, I think I hear him cursing. In Infernal.
D, with that, you could carry one medium creature in your claws and one small creature on your back.
Okay. So, but I can do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to do that. She's going
Konrad,
to...
if you want to do the transformation, you should probably step out of the room first.
Well, she does, yeah. She walks out, and then when she gets out, you see the spores gathering around her, is like almost wrapping around her as she changes into the most disheveled golden eagle you've ever seen. Giant golden eagle with random feathers poking out in all directions, looking just looks like it's it's been on a bender. But she still fluffs her wings out proudly when she gets outside.
Speaking of majestic, you look wonderful, sweetie.
Looks like a bird that's been
She's-
dragged backwards through a hedge.
Basically, she lets out
So
loud,
magnificent.
she lets out a loud movie studio announcement screech.
Caw-caw.
Bolt approves.
And then waits for someone to climb on and then clacking her claws like tick, tick.
Bing jumps on her back.
Okay, you can carry one medium creature in your claws.
Yeah, that's gonna be whoever. Still going clunk clunk, looking at Nola, looking over it.
Is there any other options?
I mean, I could feather fall 5 of us down to safety.
I mean, I could even decide to. Let me actually do a little bit of an intelligence check to see if Ashwood can assess if it is possible for him with his +3 in athletics.
This is one of the
This
weirdest
height,
things the
you
party
still
has been
get hurt.
stubborn on.
It's 60 feet. It's the equivalent of jumping off the roof of a 3-story house.
Veronica would do it, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, this is the weirdest thing the party has been, like, gung-ho about. Like, come on, guys, it's straightforward.
Yep.
Well,
So we have
If it
Bing and a
help-
bird.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna grab someone, D?
No, she's waiting to see if Nola will. She's going like click, click, click with her claws, and if no one does it,
You should
Look,
know better.
Miss Scaletta, if you don't want to, Colrath, please be careful. I'm at least, as I'm now a part of our opening mechanism. And he's standing there ready for her to pick him up.
then she moves to try to wrap her claws around him, and as majestically as she can, descend the 60 feet. And I'm gonna roll performance to see how well she does with her putting on a show.
Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
So you pick up the dwarf with Bing on your back. You swoop majestically, curve around the pillar supporting this bridge, and land at the ground just as Nixia emerges from the room that had the stairs in it. He's like, I see you were doing the fancy thing, yes?
If once Bing gets off her back and she lets go of Ashford, she's gonna do this birdie equivalent of like a flourishy curtsy.
You are very pretty bird,
And then
yes.
she's gonna
Nixia's just gonna ruffle your feathers.
Well,
And are we waiting for Miss Conrath to come pick us up again, or are you going to
no.
use the spell?
Oh, I'm gonna use the spell. It's just, Nola, you ready to take this plunge?
Maybe.
Well, it's even better. Stay up here.
I guess. Well, yes.
Well then, everyone, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
You
And to
leave.
give context for Dennis, as he just came into the room, your party, including Vaizan, is now jumping off a 60-foot bridge.
I regret everything.
Well, you know, you're fine.
you're falling like a feather.
Ah, I see.
Okay, so yeah, Featherfall.
He won't be landing like a wrecking ball.
I came in like a
I'm sending you a
red
message. I'm sending you a message, Devillo. Also, welcome. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Look, it's not
Hello.
the stairs redux, so
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that was what I was going to tell you. Is that Colrath
There.
made a joke when you said you wanted to go down the Featherfall way. Well, at least it's not the stairs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Peachy, in turn, glared at her.
Correct.
Then she did a little circle dance, like she was like partying out.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
There,
Whereas
see, that wasn't
Nixia-
so bad.
Nixia took the stairs.
She's young. She knows not the terrors they hold.
She'll learn. She'll learn.
some people are just boring in that regard.
It's not that I don't trust magic, it's just that I don't trust magic.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
If you
Depends
meet
on
her
the
uncle, you'll
magic,
figure
I
out
can
why.
Yes, let's just say
Hey, this is Waterdeep. By now, I'll just take your word for it.
Uncle Sally liked to play pranks a lot. Oh, you know you would have.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Also, I can't help but get the mental image of Nola screaming as we just
that was
stand.
nothing. That was me attempting to. That is not Specky Tater. I'm trying to copy Specky Tater, but it keeps giving me this damn bugbear. Copy Specky. Paste Specky. There we go.
Why do you have a bugbear there?
Is Specky a werebugbear?
Maybe. Maybe Specky was a bugbear until they annoyed the DM.
I love how
Peter has
the
backstory.
spectatering, is improving with every campaign.
Okay.
Well, just Specky multiplying.
Hmm.
Just
There
a
will be-
question.
Mini spuds.
Did you not want to go back and get that treasure?
I want to go home.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
we,
mean,
Uh,
more than like catered for.
we leave
Yeah,
the
plus we picked up
I mean, we got the at least the gold and the gems. Do we really need the statue?
It was
We
shiny. I
uh,
don't know. It is okay. If you do not want it, we will leave it to be.
I will let Matt worry about that.
Yeah,
Very well.
I just want to get out of here and get back.
yes. I mean, we are probably allowed back into a company, Mert.
And let's not forget, nothing we've done here changes that so many people are still looking for this place. We should be just as careful getting out as we were going in.
That is a
See,
very good point.
See, if I were good old Sansan, I would have put eyes in this place 24/7 once the rumor mill started going.
I like the way you think, sweetie.
All right. Well, not like the current, I guess.
Open.
Okay, so we got 2 of our keys right here.
Yes.
I believe Hunter still has the elf hands, the drow hands, rather.
Don't one too, and she gets into her pack and pulls out a severed hand.
Oh, fantastic!
I have
Alright.
one, and Matt has one. And, oh, sorry, Colress.
Yeah, that was the best part. It came in sets of 2.
Alrighty, everyone, you remember how this goes? Present your keys and put them to the door.
Well,
Rascal
okay.
does that.
And Ashwood puts his hand on the door.
Okay.
Buy one, get one.
Hi, Eva! And she puts the hand on the door.
For a moment, it is still. Nothing seems to happen. Ashford kind of presses on the door. Nothing. And then it suddenly starts to grind open. And the way is open.
Everybody
You know,
out?
honestly, it surprises me that they would keep the lock working on this side. I mean, normally you want to keep people out of a place like this. If you wanted to leave, you would usually just have a lever or something.
Well, it is a
And,
magical lock.
Kulrath looks back at Vizan and says, well, don't forget, someone might break in some other way. If they did, I'd really want the door to lock on this side too. Let me decide who gets in and out.
Hey, and I'm glad you decided to let me in. You hear.
Oh, no.
And because I have no better map, this will do. The door
Okay.
opens up,
Launch.
and ahead of you in the hallway, you see a familiar, annoyed-looking dwarf. A hand missing, replaced with a crossbow, surrounded by 6 bugbears, and hovering at his shoulder is a little spectator, a little gazer, with a
Cool.
mischievous little grin, his little eyes darting around excitedly.
Jonas, I'm sending you a quick message
I saw
before
that.
anything else happens. Hold on, I just want to make sure I get it to you.
You see,
Unjust. Just let us get out of here, could you?
you notice though, as he's looking at you, these 2 bugbears are also looking at you. The rest are looking round the corner.
Well,
Can't see through.
it is not
wow.
like we never wanted to meet up with you again.
I'm sure that was what you really wanted. Point is,
Oh,
you've managed to get in there. I would like to go in there. So you're going to drop what let you in there. And I might let you leave alive.
No. Think after all the grief you and Zanzan have put us through, we're just gonna give up right at the end? Fuck you! And fuck Sanafar!
I concur! Except I wouldn't use the phrase Zan Zan. You hear the voice coming from around the corner. It is oddly familiar. Is the voice of
Oh boy!
Kubur.
Yeah!
Rascal, I think your speculation is completely right. By the way, looks like the big lovely boss
No,
of the Thanathar Guild is.
hang on there, big lad. You see the dwarf pointing towards Vizan. I'd put that sword away if I were you.
Would you exactly? Incidentally, I'm so sorry. I don't believe we've been introduced. Am I right in believing that you are connected to the Xanathar Guild? Would that be correct?
Who I am don't matter to you, big boy.
Well, that is actually not entirely correct. You see, my name is Inquisitor Izan. I was hired by the city of Waterdeep to track down and butcher members of the Xanathar Guild.
Ah, then why bother with introductions, Captain?
so
you
quite-
didn't
so
know a
question-
dead man.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, you broke up there, Cooper. What was that again?
Oh, I wouldn't waste your breath, Captain. There's no point getting to know a dead man, is there?
Question for the DM. How many spell slots did Peachy use during his delve?
He used one smite.
One smite. That was just like a level 1, yeah? Okay, well, I'm just gonna bamf up my sword again. Let me just okay. Yeah, Searing Smite is now active. And Peach is just gonna smile.
Look, for all you need to worry about, I'm from the feckin' Lollipop Guild. Now what if you hand over what I want, and we don't need to go any further in this. We can all just walk away with what we want.
Peachy
Wouldn't
looks
like
to
what waits
Rascal.
for you, my friend.
And Korath says, all of you, I can't, puts her hands to her ears and says, all of you, I can't stand this anymore. I have to leave. I have to get out of here. And is that a good time for what I told you, Jernith?
You can try, sure.
Yeah.
What are you?
And at this point, this happens. I just thought that was a good opportune moment. So hold on, I'm trying to make it work. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. Mads, or Korath rather. I don't know whether they have to roll anything to see what she does, but or who would think that she just disappeared, or who would think that something else happened.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, the signature move.
I mean, you are sick of this, as am I.
Yeah, we've been putting out with the Xanathar Guild's bullcrap for far too long. We're not just gonna let you win just because it's convenient for both sides. We've been informing inside this entire time. I'm not gonna quit now.
Okay.
And again, not to belabor the point or anything, but I do want to confirm: are you someone of value inside the Xanathar Guild? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be paid even more for your skin.
I think I have something I can give them.
Okay, now before we go any further, I would like everyone to stop moving. Rascal,
Yes.
there is now a crossbow bolt in your shoulder.
Holy crap.
Nuska, essentially, he was... You know when you're talking to someone and they're bored and they're just kind of going floppy-shouldered like a teenager, just going, ugh.
Yeah.
He looked at you, held up his arm, fired his crossbow. He hit you with a 24.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that'll
like-
do it.
I
So
think
just
that ends.
shut up! Just say you want to do it the hard way.
Oh, I'm sure we can do it the hard way.
Bing, you're moving.
You shouldn't be moving, Bing.
Bing, get back where you are. We are now about to enter into combat.
So how much damage did I take?
I am rolling that now. You took 10 points of piercing damage. I'm just gonna set it over there for a sec.
Can Rascal yank the bolt out, or is it like buried in there pretty good?
It's in there pretty good. Wait for me to get up the turn order, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There we are.
I'm a bard, sir. Shutting up is something we can't really do so easily. And since it annoys you, particularly, or by extension dear old Zanzan, I'm not going to shut my mouth for a single second.
Then I think I'll just have to help you with that, won't I?
By all means, you're welcome to try. I'm particularly stubborn.
Alright, let's roll for these guys. Bugbears.
Come on, Kulrath.
Oh yeah, I'm also not in the turn order because I rolled too early. Sorry, mine was an 11.
Kulrath.
Yeah,
there.
I
What do you
rolled.
want me?
15 on I rolled, but I rolled a 15 on the first roll. So
Yeah.
give me a sec.
You
That works.
cleared the turn order in between that.
Gotcha.
Don't worry, D. We'll soften everybody up for you. Make it easier to kill them.
Yes.
Well, that'll all depend on what happens, won't it?
Oh, it always does, dearie.
I'll be sure to make a nice wide cavity for her to get into.
Can the thank you, by the way, Devillo, for the ominous chuckles, which I hope were in character.
Well, sure.
They would be if you had said it out
The character was chuckling, sure.
I can't do it anymore. I have to get out of here.
Okay, so you just had to make this awkward, didn't you, Mert?
Oh, Mert.
Everyone else has.
Mert.
This character has the stats of NPC. Why? Mert has his own stat block.
Of course he does.
Because he's Mert.
He is a notable NPC and therefore is allowed his own stat block.
Very notable.
Well, he's no man's shoon or, parent ghost, but whatever. I kind of
forget Warduke.
I am kind of sad that we didn't get to play up more of the interfaction stuff and all that with Vizan and Rascal, but nah. I enjoyed it.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet Jesus Christ.
We're now waiting on.
Okay, so who's missing from the turn order? I have Ashward, Bing, Nola, Rascal, Hunter, Kulrath, and Vizan. Is that everybody in?
What about Nixia?
I'm going to roll her now.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. No, she's in.
So we've got Young Neverember, we've got Mert, and we have random
Lady.
random lady down here.
Random Harper
ranger.
Swashbuckler.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
She's a lot like me, only more Harper.
I just hope Rascal's not sad that poor Kulrath clearly abandoned her. Or abandoned him, I mean.
There'll be time to be distraught later.
Have no fear, Mr. Skyreach. I will be here for you.
Are you trying to romance Rascal?
Roll athletics! Both of you.
See, now I have to try and keep track of everybody's health. So there's the Swashbuckler. She has this amount of health. There's Rainier. He has this amount of health. There's Mert.
Who has that amount of health?
Jesus Christ, Mert.
He's Mert.
Mishka has this amount of health. Bugbears 1 through 6. Okay. Alright, so now she runs up with a rapier. That'll hit.
Does she have fighting stance dueling?
Yep, second attack. That'll hit. They are both 1d4 each. It's 2. Actually, the other one's a d8. 8, so that's 10. Plus floor, that is 18 points of damage on Orange Bugbear. Sure, 18 points. Okay. I wrote Bugbear 1, 2, 3, and 4. Didn't actually write a corresponding color to them. You know, because that's smart. There. So that's her turn. Next up is Rainier. 15, 20, 25. He's going to do the same. That's going to hit. Second attack. Also going to hit. So I need a d4 and a d8. Rainier, you're terrible. It's 4 plus 4 is 12. It's 12 points of damage on Green. Okay. Next up, Ashford.
Little bit out of reach. Lots.
Take the stats first. Gazer.
Ashwood makes his way next to Bing. And first casting Hunter's Mark on the annoying dwarf.
Okay. You have him Hunter's Marked.
Alright, and then he gets a little bit of... Okay, I'm a little bit rusty with this. 14. Probably missing.
14. That hits.
Alright,
Wait,
okay,
does he
I'm
have
hitting
better
the
armor?
I'm hitting the dwarf,
Hang
not
on,
the
sorry,
bugbear.
I have to double check his armor class. Nope, we're good. We're good. You hit him.
Alright, so that's... No fighting stance is off, so it doesn't... So that's 7 points of piercing damage, and I'm activating my Hunter's Mark. For 1 additional point of damage.
So that is 8
Do you
points
even-
of damage. So that is now this amount of health. Okay.
Do you even hear yourself talking? You are fucking annoying. And that's Ashwood's words. I think that's a free action.
Yep. You done?
Yes.
Rascal! There's a
Hi.
crossbow bolt on your shoulder.
Fuck that. Small potatoes. Worry about it later. Rascal pulls out his rapier and neumes on over to the green bugbear. And as he does this, he goes like, "Oh, hey, nice to see you like this. Let's have at it." And he's gonna jab.
At the bugbear?
Yep.
That will miss.
Bugger.
Bugbear.
Alright.
Hello, sec. There we go. Music was a bit too high on my end, it was distracting.
Fair enough.
And with my bonus action, I am going to give Bing some bardic inspiration.
Okay. Bingy bingy, you have the bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And that's you. Next up is going to be Mert. He's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to stay there. And he's going to go for orange. That'll hit. Dagger plus 9 to hit. Jesus Christ.
I have to say, Merch one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, I couldn't find his token. I made a token for him, I couldn't find it in time, so I just grabbed Doru from the from the Strad campaign.
His official art is much more flattering, I assure you.
Okay. It is a bit much for me to roll, so...
He's just having a bad hair day. And a bad face day.
He's in disguise.
There you go.
In disguise.
Plus 5, so that's 16. And then 2d4 is 19. Plus 5. Okay. Orange is pretty much paste. As he's distracted by this woman here who ran up and slashed at him, Mert just basically walked up, shoved his rapier into his chest, and as the bugbear kind of reeled forward, he stabbed his dagger into its neck. So, Orange is gone. It's immediately. Okay. Next up now is Le Bing.
Bing is going to scuffle on the other side of Blue. You'll go, I think I've had enough of this. And that will affect red, green, I'd say the Gazer as well, and the Dwarf.
Okay.
So they need
Which
to...
which dwarf? I am a dwarf as well.
The regular Dwarf. Not the
Yeah,
part-timer. And they got to beat 13 strength save.
Or dex. You decided strength. Okay.
Strength or dex. But, yeah.
Yeah, but you get to... Oh, it gets to choose itself.
Yeah.
Not your choice.
Yeah, basically every enemy within 10 feet of him that he can see.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, the
green.
phrasing's a little bit.
As an action, you can cause... For a creature, though. Just one.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case he's going to concentrate on off then.
Lucy was screaming at the toilet again. Right, okay, so Nature's Wrath. Use Channel Divinity to evoke permanent forces. An action you can cause Spectral Fangs to spring up for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see.
Use on the Dwarf.
Just on the dwarf. Well, you can only attack one creature. Strength
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yep, it's got to be 13.
Oops, and his strength beats it. I'm afraid.
And for his bonus action, he's going to ignite a... What is it? He's basically going to ignite up his smite.
Okay.
So you see green flame.
I believe Nola is going to go with her usual standby, but she's going to be bold and try to frostbite on Mr. Crossbow over there.
Okay, you're going for the dwarf. Okay, roll your attack.
That's a D20, isn't it? I confused myself.
Wait, no. Cause
you need
numbing
to.
frost. Oh no, frostbite is a save. Sorry, my bad. So he must make a Constitution saving throw. What's your spell save? Never mind. He rolled a 5. He lost it. So 1d6.
1d6.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
Okay. I forgot to roll initiative for the gazer.
I don't even see the gazer.
It's right here, man.
That lovely little
Oh.
thing right next to.
Oh, okay. Oh
one
god,
that-
that,
the one
that,
that-
No.
It rolled
The
an app.
floating security camera.
Yes.
Yay.
Xanathar is in spectator mode. I mean, of course he'd like, be watching as his like minions plunder the Vault of Dragons.
Nola, you're up.
Thought I was just up.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Are you making any movements or bonus actions?
I think she feels comfortable being surrounded by people who can absorb the blows for her. Thank you.
Okay. Nixie is going to draw her swords and jump over Kolrath. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Because she has 35 feet of movement. Aha. She is very
Also-
happy.
How does she know that how to jump over Kulrath if she's wild
Well,
shape?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know where Kolrath actually is there or not, so.
Well, she's gone then. As you're fluttering in the space, just the breeze of Nixia running past you sends you into a little loop. So you, so she's going to attack.
What?
And again. So 2 attacks. And she misses both.
Rascal sympathizes.
I will do this, yes. It will be a long fight, I will do it.
Don't get the kitten yips!
Faizan.
Boy.
Okay, have no fear, my dear. Let a professional show you how it's done. So yeah, okay. Peachy is absolutely going to showboat. He is going to use his dash action to activate Going Rush. He is actually going to go past, and he is going to go straight for this, charming fellow right here. And I am going to slam him with my horns.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to make the strength. Oh, that's weird. I thought it would actually. Oh, there we go. I'm so sorry. I'm clicking the wrong thing. But yeah. He needs to make that strength saving throw.
What does he have to beat?
He needs to beat. I'm so sorry. No, that should have come up there. Yeah, he needs to be. I think it says my strength.
8 plus your
eight
strength
plus my-
modifier
8.
plus your proficiency bonus.
So 8.
Plus your
Where?
strength modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Proficiency, my strength modifier is plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. I'm so sorry. I was completely blue screening there. 14 he needs to beat.
He fails, so he is now.
Hmm.
Seeing as you came from this
Oop.
angle, he's going to be knocked this way. So 5, 10. He's now over there,
Funk.
and you did 10 damage.
Yes, 10 piercing with the horns.
He is an unhappy dwarf.
I'm gonna.
Peachy, you know what? Just for it, Peachy just gives a wink to the gazer.
Yes!
Delightful.
Hunter.
How many times can I get the wink back?
5.
I'm an unhappy kitty. You messed up my plans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know!
I was showboating. Sorry, it's what I do.
It could be worse. He could have run a bugbear into one of us.
Hunter wants to use Hail of Thorns.
I had a great plan, and you fucked it up.
If only we all knew how to, like, telepathically read each other's minds.
Yeah. Because communication, our strong suit.
Well, at least I have a clear well, let me...
You have a very clear shot at the arsehole.
Hey, Peach is trying to help.
I appreciate you giving me the artwork, Devillo. I have the artwork, I just ran out of time and can't be arsed to put it into the game again.
Oh, no, like I say, I'm just, like people were asking how many eyeballs, and it's just like, there you go, 5.
That we can
to
see.
answer your question, no. Because you didn't tell him. He doesn't know what you've done. But anyway, Hunter, what is it you did?
Okay, would you consider that a clear enough shot?
I would say sure. They'll be over Bing's head and Vizan's kind of leaning back after the impact.
So, longbow on purple.
I'm afraid that does not hit.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, they're better armed than their superior.
Mm-hmm. They have shields.
Oh, so they have 2 arms.
For now.
It took me a moment.
When they leave, they are unarmed.
Anything else you'd like to
Oh,
try on?
God.
I'll try the other half of my plan. Horde breaker.
Okay.
You get to tip.
Sure.
There is. Is there a
5 other
different?
Yeah, that
Okay,
works.
yeah,
It doesn't specify
okay.
melee, so that's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, 11 does not hit. The dice hate you today, I'm afraid. Would you like to make any movements?
I see.
I see. Did we lose Icy?
I think Icy may have muted himself to swear at the great god Nuffle.
Next.
Okay. So next up is going to be Nusha. He is going to sneer at the big bull. And then he's going to shoot at you with his crossbow. 19.
That will hit.
Okay. Where's my D10? Where's my D10? I was going to go. He does 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then he's going to very quickly reload. And he's going to take a shot at the swashbuckler. And that's going to miss. He's then going to move here. Next up, it is the bugbear's turn. The green one is going to attack Rainier. And he's going to miss. The blue one is going to try and attack Bing. And he's going to miss. Red is going to move here. And try to attack Nixia. With advantage. And he's going to hit her. And that is going to do 2d8. 1, 5, 8 points of damage. Where's her sheet? Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this one is going to run forward and attempt to attack Vizan. And he's going to miss. And this one is going to run forward and try and attack the swashbuckler. Actually, no, he's not going to run forward. He's going to stay where he is. And he's instead going to throw a javelin. Left the table. Doesn't count. And that is going to hit. He hits the swashbuckler and does this amount of damage. 2d6. I rolled the wrong dice. Okay. How did I deduct 10 from 66 and get 10? Sweet Jesus.
I don't know, but if
You
that's what you
replaced
want.
66 with 10.
Man, attention's getting to everyone tonight.
Yeah.
My dyspraxia. Okay, so that's the bugbears. Kolrath.
Yes. She is going to try to head up to the ceiling or the side around, whichever works better, to stay out of sight. And she's making a tick line for this gentleman right here.
Okay, just remember, as something that small, your movement speed is 15 feet.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So that's why I mentioned like getting up to the ceiling or off to the side, whichever would make the most sense from the visual.
Okay, the ceiling is around 10 feet.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, which means she probably only gets to about here.
Let's go.
I would say if you flew in a diagonal, you would get to there.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to use your
Yeah.
action to dash?
Yes, she's trying to get there as much as possible. So where could I end up?
10, 15. You can end up here above the bugbear.
Okay. She is heading there. She's trying to get to here, and y'all know why.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope you know this is a dangerous spot to be. You never know, that bugbear might get lucky.
You know, it's possible.
Okay. So then,
That's why I went to the ceiling.
alright.
Her
so next
hope
up,
is
it
that
is the
people don't
geezer's
even.
turn.
Yeah, her hope is that people just think she booked out. They don't
Uh,
even see her.
Bing!
Yep.
Can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, strength. No, hang on.
Hmm.
That's fine. You feel a force just kind of envelop you and almost start to push you away, but you're able to lean against it until it eases up. The gazer tried something, you don't know what. In the meantime, Vaizan, could you make me a
Moo.
wisdom saving throw?
Oh, bloody gumdrops. Oh, I picked the wrong thing, didn't I? I completely forgot that the gazer can actually do shit. Wisdom, yes, absolutely.
Who knows?
When I
Maybe
stop
you'll
blue
be lucky.
screening and I actually... There we go, it's boop, 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 boop.
Okay. You glance over your shoulder, all smug after your gore attack wound, and you glance over and see this little ball of eyes just kind of look at you and go, "Ah!" You are now feared. You are terrified of the gazer.
So what you're saying is the gazer stares at him?
Yep.
Yes, and it scares at him.
The gazer is then going to float up to the ceiling and over here.
Damn it.
Okay, just gonna put a little flying icon on it. Okay, back to the top of the round. It is the swashbuckler. He's gonna go over here and try and attack the bugbear. That's a miss. That's a miss. Sadly, she misses. Next up then is going to be Rainier. He's going to try and attack. That's going to miss. Nat 20. So with his little dagger, He's gonna do 1d4 plus 4 damage. And he rolled a 1. So Rainier does 6 damage.
He's doing his best.
Show him, Rainier. Good job.
Oh dear. Next up, Ashward. To give you context too, by the way, Vizan, Ashward isn't currently a dwarf.
I caught up with the episode, I'm aware.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, that is why why my accent slightly shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 interesting targets. Ashwood makes his way over here. Hello, we have not been introduced to one another. My name is Ashwood Grumbletoes, and I am going to be, hopefully, the last thing you will ever see. 23.
That'll hit.
And that'll be 9 points of damage
To red.
to red, yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Rascal.
Snap out of it, Captain. You're the one in control, not some big ugly orb. So I'm gonna give Vizan some bardic inspiration with a bonus action.
Oh, does that remove the fear effect?
No.
No, but it would
Ah.
help with a saving throw.
Who did you
Okay,
inspire
that's
last time?
appreciated.
Bing?
Yes.
Okay, there. I forgot to give you your inspiration flags.
And with my action, I am gonna jabby at Bugbear Green again. Fuck me.
I'm afraid that misses.
Okay, something's wrong with these dice. They hate us tonight. They don't want us to win.
No, they
Why not? They just wanna make it more dramatic.
playing.
I hope so.
They just
be
want
fair,
us to keep playing.
Would you rather bad rolls tonight or on Thursday? Last Thursday?
Yeah.
Fair point. Oh wait, no, this is the finale.
Okay. next
Well,
up
that's why we
is-
have Mert there.
We're just gonna glance around and says, "Do you need my help? Because it looks like you're having jolly good fun. Wouldn't want to take it away from you."
They
that's
say
fine.
the more the merrier.
If you want to deflate that big ball, I'd appreciate it.
Alright, hang on. I dropped my dice onto the desk.
That's no good.
Alternatively, there's plenty of Bugbear to go around.
I accidentally tossed it all the way to the back of the wall. Okay, so
You need me to roll something for you?
no, I got it. I already crawled in under the desk. I got it.
I mean, I got dice.
Alright, so he's going to try and attack this bugbear. That's going to hit. Second attack is... Wow, even with the +9, he's going to miss. So that was his longsword attack. He did it one-handed. So that is going to be 2d8. 2, 2, 4. +5 is 9. And +1 because he's got a magic sword. So 10 points of damage to Green. Okay. Green is looking very bad. Next up. Sorry, what?
I'm just pissed Green has this goal to still be standing.
He barely is. He's full
Bug
of
barely.
medals.
All the same, the nerve.
He's singing Elton John. He's still standing.
So, little bingy boy, what you gonna do?
Bing basically does a spin round towards blue, swinging the flamberge.
That might hit, yeah, that'll hit.
So that's 9 slashing and 2d8.
Oof.
Oh, come on.
12 on red.
12.
Or blue, sorry, blue.
Blue, yep.
So 12 on blue.
And he's going to spark up another smite.
Alright. Is that you?
Yep.
Next up. Nola.
You know, if I may for a moment, you know, being, because Rascal is a College of Valor bard, you can use the bardic inspiration to beef up your damage roll if that low number displeases you.
I'll hang on to it for the time being.
Understandable, just thought I'd let you know what you can do with it.
Yep.
He's keeping it for the big boy with the one arm.
So, this is... Well, first of all, Nola's going to do some movement. Just along the edges here. Yeah, I think this is fine.
I...
I am afraid
Yep.
that is inside a cave wall there.
Yeah.
That's fine. I guess more like this.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Back against the
Okay.
corner, that'll do.
Nola wishes she could hide beside a cave wall right now.
Mhm. And she's going to be brave with something that has worked in the past, and she's not going to look, but she's going to try to cast darkness on the spectator.
Mm.
Ah,
On
okay.
on the what?
On the gazer.
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 Yeah, sorry.
Those are nice.
He's a spectator.
15-foot radius. Okay.
Oh, I just, well. Yep, okay, it works.
Bear with me, just let me get a circle here real quick. Draw a
From
shape.
the center.
So 15-foot radius.
That's bigger than I thought.
The radius.
Yep.
Yeah.
Radius.
Not diameter.
Maybe right.
Peachy blinks. Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
not again. Oh, no.
This is on brand.
That's the thing too. This is something I learned recently as well because I've been making mistakes. Did you know that the spell Fireball has a 20-foot radius? Not diameter.
Oh, yeah.
Radius.
Yes, I know.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How is that a ball?
I have underestimated the size of Fireball my entire DMing career. Until someone recently pointed this out to me. And I was like,
That is fire dome.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
Mm.
I've been... What do you think Icy's favorite attack is?
Yeah. There are a few
So
times.
basically-
y'all
How many
should
times have I used
melted.
Fireball and Strahd?
I know, and I kept undersizing it. It was my fault. Okay, so that's that.
Why do you think Ardis doesn't use it?
So retroactively, when you go back to Strahd, like half of Barovia is going to be in flames, right?
Yeah, it's started burning when we left there, and it's been burning ever since.
Basically, it's the size of a VW Beetle, y'all. 1.5 times as long.
The entirety of Barovia is the size of a VW Beetle.
No. I'm going to
But it's-
post a thing to you to give you a context in the player chat about how big a fireball is.
So, is
They big
there...
enough to kill a bumblebee.
You were talking about a fireball. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
Just
anything else
Fireball.
you'd like to do? Nula?
Nola's done.
Okay. It is Nyx's turn. She is very annoyed that she got stabbed in the back by this red boy, so she is going to poke him back.
And she gets advantage because there is someone on the other side.
Yep.
I just realised
Yes?
Captain Vizan is terrified, and now suddenly he is plunged into magical
In the
darkness.
And he's afraid of the dark. isn't
Thank you for remembering that, Cork. Yes.
Oh no!
We're going to see him a gibbering mess.
Okay. That's Nyxia.
Good thing I gave you that inspiration, eh, Captain?
Speaking of Vizan, it's your turn.
Not again! Fine, fuck it! And yeah, he's going to swing wildly in the dark. I mean, there's a horrible thing nearby, but it's hopefully not coming towards him. Yeah, he's just going to take a swing wildly at the bugbear that was somewhere around here in front of him. That's going to be disadvantage. That's with the great sword. But he's also got the smite up as well. I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit.
Nope, not with the penalties.
No.
But what I would like you to do for me,
Yes.
roll me a D100.
Oh. Okay. 41.
Bing! As you are half in, half out of the darkness, you lean your head out to the light, and just as you lean your head out, you see the tip of a sword just pass by your snoot, just slicing you across the nose. You take 2 slashing damage.
Oh no!
Ow!
Sorry.
Hang on, how did he... Is he worth me questioning how he managed to hit a 3-foot kobold when he was aiming for a 6-foot bugbear?
It was probably the downswing. It was the downswing, because this is a gigantic piece of metal. And is swinging wildly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He is swinging wildly. He is, because he's scared because he is feared by the gazer, and because he's now scared of the fact he's in the dark, he's lost his coordination, so he doesn't know where he is.
Captain, perpendicular slash is not vertical.
You know what?
Farzan will remember that.
He hates doing it, but he's gonna try and take 2 steps out. Is that possible?
You can try, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna try and head here.
Light! Precious light!
Yeah, I basically stare into the abyss, much like the nightmares that he keeps having, and waiting for someone to poke its head out. That's his turn.
Okay. Next up, Hunter.
We keep fucking up your beautiful plans, don't we?
You guys are really good at fucking up my plans.
It's really hard to be your friend.
Taking away any chance I have of really being useful.
Well, there's still 3 bugbears that are readily available.
Yeah, I was trying to focus on the leader, hoping that once the leader was dead, they'd all fuck off. Or lose morality or something.
Well, look at this.
Somebody has to cast darkness. I mean, I can't see the target.
I mean, you can shoot blindly into the area.
You could always just make like a inspiration shot. Ask a bird to help you find the right spot to shoot.
Okay.
No attacks.
I'm afraid they both miss.
Oh man.
And you know what I want with that one.
Oof.
Roll a D100.
Back in the game here. Well, I dropped out.
Okay, we'll move on then. I'll come back to you a little later. If the game is acting up.
There you are. There's Icy.
So, next up.
Oh no!
Oh no, high severity.
Well,
Okay.
well, the idiot, fortunately, doesn't know where to shoot either.
Okay. So, you're trying to do a backswing. You slash down, try to slash back upward again. Unfortunately, you catch your sword on the armor of the bugbear, and it wrenches your sword free of your hand. The sword clatters to your feet, but as it does, it cuts your paw, and you take 1 point of piercing damage from your dropped sword on your paw. Okay, next up, you hear.
I hate this campaign. I hate this module. Can we just leave?
Hunter's
Can we just fucking leave?
Picture Hunter's like raising her hands and going, "Okay, I'm done. I'm out." Just like exiting on the party.
Yeah. Just walks off set.
So you hear a lot of dwarven gibberish in the darkness, which you can assume is loud swearing. And okay, you see an arrow comes sailing out of the darkness over your heads and clatters against this wall. And more dwarvish swearing. Next up.
Would it help his morale if I said "ow"?
Maybe.
I'm hurt now. Ow.
You will be, says the bugbear in front of you. And he is going to attack you with 14.
Beats it, meets it, beats it.
Okay. And then that is 7, 4, 11 plus 2. It's 13 points of piercing damage.
Alright. 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Well,
Blue is gonna go for Bing. 22.
That is.
5, 2, 7 plus 2. So that's 9 points of piercing damage on you.
Mm-hmm.
Green is gonna go for Mert. He's gonna hit him. 8, 6, 14 plus 2. That is 16 points of damage to Mert. He looks mildly annoyed. Bing, as you're standing in the darkness, you see a morning star sail about 2 feet above your head and disappear back into the darkness as you hear a bugbear swearing in Goblin. You also hear some shuffling from over here, some bumping, and the dwarf shouting, "Watch where you're going!" Next up is Kulrath.
Well,
Seems
So-
her plans have been messed up too.
well, that depends. With her bug senses, is she able to track by sound or anything?
Bugs do not have
I don't
blind
know.
sight.
I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure. So 1, 2, and she knows approximately where he was, and she's going to try to head into the darkness to find him. She's heading for where he was, hoping he hasn't moved around a lot. She's going to try to find him.
Just follow the sounds of cursing dwarves.
That's what she's going to be tracking, is specifically because you said he was doing. I was going to mention that you said he was doing the gibberish and swearing. So like, she's thinking to herself, "Keep him talking, keep him talking."
Okay. Is that you there?
Yeah.
I wonder if the gazer can see in magical darkness.
Oh, there's a
Real-
question, isn't it?
see.
Ooh. Now, I could check its stat block, but that would be cheating.
It would.
Top of my head, I don't believe gazers can. I think spectators can.
Yeah, they're bigger and meaner.
Yeah. What is that one again?
It is a gazer.
Though it is using the spectator art.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was a little bit confused.
Alrighty then. It's going to flail its little eyes around. It's going to look at Vizan and wink with 3 of its eyes, missing the concept of it entirely. And Vizan,
Nope.
would you kindly make me a dexterity saving throw?
Sure, that's absolutely fair and dandy. A dexterity saving throw. Now, am I? Because here's the thing: I'm not looking at it, am I? I'm actually looking at the darkness, so I've kind of missed it.
Yeah, sure.
The reason I ask is because he's afraid of it. Whenever the thing you're afraid of is in your line of sight, you have disadvantage on your
only on
rolls.
attacks.
Yeah,
Is it
if
only
you're
on
trying to fight it or approach it.
Got you. I misread that rule. Okay, cool. Then, sure. Fuck me sideways.
Yeah, don't even think the bardic inspiration is going to help with that one, buddy.
You take 10 points of cold damage. Rascal, could you make me a strength saving throw?
Oh no. You know that's my dump stat, right?
Maybe. Okay.
I'm gonna use a luck point, if that's okay.
Sure.
Thank you. I'll take the 16, thank you.
Alright. You start to feel your feet leave the ground, but then you quickly just go and manage to grab onto the ground with your little pinky toe claw and pull yourself back down in a feat of panicked strength. The gaze is going to move back over here for this last bit of movement. Next up is a swashbuckler who can't see shit. Messes everything. You hear this woman start to swear. Next up is Rainier. That's gonna miss. That is...
Rainier would have advantage because Peach is flanking green.
Fair point, actually. So that was his first attack, and that would miss. Second attack, I'll take the higher number, 15 plus 6. So this would be his dagger, which is 1d4 plus 4. So he does 8 points of damage. And green is dead with a knife to the throat by Rainier. Next up, Ashford.
If you strike me down, I will come back stronger than you can ever imagine. Yeah. You know what? No. Actually, got a 1 on an attack roll.
Maybe you should focus more on your combat than your one-liners.
Don't worry, Ashford, it'll be great in the book!
Alright. Anything else you want to do?
He's going to keep the arsehole focused, even if it's the end of his existence.
Okay. Rascal,
Hi!
what do you want to do?
Well, first things first, I'm going to give Hunter the last point of bardic inspiration because, by God, the game has not been kind to ISD tonight. I'm not even going to bother giving it in-universe justification. Hunter needs help. Hunter's getting it. Because we love Hunter.
We love Hunter. I think we all love Hunter so much.
Yeah. Okay. So the bugbear is dealt with. I am going to...
Well, you could always step next to our magnificent large lady cat.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Or you could focus on the gazer.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking about that. So, Gazer, how far above ground is it?
It is bumping along the ceiling and it's 10 foot in the air.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna thin out there. I'm gonna target. I'm gonna focus on the blue bugbear for now. Oh, what the fuck?
Pack
I'm
tactics?
afraid that misses.
Don't you get pack tactics?
You do
They
get
have
tactics, but sadly,
Oh.
8 is the highest.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could have been next to.
I mean, I've got more movement, so.
You could have been next to Nixia for 5 more movement. That way, there's a little bit more advantage there.
You
But
can't
hey,
get double advantage. He's already getting
Doesn't
that
it-
advantage from pack tactics.
You can, however, get double disadvantage in certain situations, but we'll come to that on Thursday, I think.
Fun!
Oh no.
To be honest, Ashwood feels like he's currently at double disadvantage.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. Next up is going to be Mert. He's gonna basically move here, look up at the gazer, and he's gonna try and chuck a dagger at it. Or he could roll a nat 1.
Mert, you shouldn't throw.
So he lifts out his dagger and chucks it. The gazer manages to duck it, the dagger bounces off the roof, and luckily Mert manages to hop back and avoid it.
Fortunately, clatters to the ground.
Yep.
Obviously.
So he scoops up his dagger and looks around and goes, well, ranged attacks was never my forte. Bing!
First off, Bing is going to attack Blue.
Pokey pokey. That'll hit.
Okay, so that's damage of 7 plus 2d8. And if the bugbear's still alive, he's going to activate Ensnaring Strike.
The bugbear is not alive.
Oh, in that case, he's not going to bother.
Blah.
He is, however, going to maneuver himself there.
Okay. Next up, Nola.
Well, first of all, since it's no longer useful, she's going to drop the spell.
Okay.
And if I can, at the same time as she's dropping the spell, she would like to use the cantrip minor illusion to create an image of an ornate and valuable key on the floor somewhere around here.
What is it, sorry?
So again,
What is it you're
Very
trying to
fancy key.
I'm trying to use minor illusion to create an image of an ornate and valuable looking key.
Ah, okay. Sure.
If possible, at the same time that the darkness spell drops, so that it seems that it fell over there in the time that the darkness lasted.
Well, minor illusion isn't a concentration thing, so that, yeah, you should be able to do that. You'll be able to cast minor illusion, then drop the darkness, technically.
Yeah, okay, let's
Yeah,
let's
but
do
you
it
have
that way.
to be able to see the area where you're casting it, so you can't cast it into darkness.
Ah.
But I will say you will have it primed and drop the darkness, and as soon as you see it, you go. So I'll say you'll be able to do that.
Thank you.
So
Very
there you are.
kind.
There's a big
And finally, Nola uses a movement to go to that like that.
good idea. Next up is Nixia. She's gonna look at the Rascal and go, I could have taken him. Maybe. She's gonna turn around and she's gonna try for red. With advantage, so that is 9 points of damage. Red is still alive. And yeah, screw it. She's just gonna use her bonus action to attack again.
Holy moly.
Jesus, next hit.
Yeah.
Alright. So with
one of the two of us has to be successful.
basically she's gonna go full samurai movie where she's gonna bring out the two swords and just shank them like scissors and behead the bugbear.
I like her.
Do
I say to Rascal, I like that one.
You and me both, Captain. Shame I'm already spoken for.
You see, I told you. I got that one. And that's gonna be her turn. Next up, Vaizan. Oh, also the fear effect is now gone.
Oh, the fear effect's gone now.
It only
Okay.
lasts one turn.
Ah, fantastic. Okay. I'm very angry, and yeah, no. I'm going to save him for last. That's going to be 5, 10, 15. I'm going to slice this little ball of gas with the broadsword.
Does your broadsword have reach?
It is. Oh, well, I'm very tall. It is.
That's true. It is 10
It's
feet
a
up.
large.
You're nearly 7 feet. Yeah, you'd be able to reach.
You are actually very kind for letting me do that. Thank you.
Well, you're 7
So,
feet tall, and you have a
yeah.
giant greatsword.
And I'm very, very angry.
Jumping in a twisting circle and skewering it at the tip of the sword. I'm just like,
16 will hit. Roll your damage. 12 slashing.
That's going to be, yeah, that's 12 slashing, and plus he's also got the smite. Bear with me. The smite is going to give an extra 1d6. Let me just roll that normally. That's an extra 3 fire damage.
Okay. Like the world's saddest pinata, Vaizan does a little running jump and slashes his sword, and the gazer explodes. Unfortunately,
no candy.
It doesn't share use with candy, but giblets.
fun.
Just for flavour, Peachy just turns to Mert, gives him a polite little salute with a sword, and turns to look at Purple. And that's it.
I could have done that in my younger days. I'm an old man.
I'm 48.
You look fantastic for your age.
Thank
Are we
you.
starting to compare ages again?
And is that you, Vaizan?
That is me. I am done.
Okay. Mert is in his late 60s and he spent his life adventuring, so... Hunter! Would you like to fuck shit up now?
This'll fucking work with me.
Remember, you have Bardic Inspiration. That'll hit, yeah.
On purple.
Okay, so that was on purple, and that's 6 points of damage. Hail of Thorns. Excellent. That'll hit. That'll hit Nosha. So roll your damage. And then I'll calculate the Hail of Thorns. That's 12. Nice. So that's now that amount of health. Okay, so next time you hit a creature with range, a target within 5 feet of them must make dexterity saving throw. So roll your d10 for the damage of Hail of Thorns, and I'll do dexterity saving throws for these two numpties.
And Vaizan, you need to roll 2.
Yep. And so will the swashbuckler. He blah blah blah. Nushka fails, so he takes 9 points. This is an arrow sprouting out of him. Holy shit, you did a lot of damage to him. The swashbuckler also fails, so she's getting hit. Also 9 points of damage. She's kind of look over the hunter and be like, why? Alright.
There's a certain elf god who knows her pain.
So after fucking their shit up, is there anything else Hunter would like to do?
That's it.
Way to go, Hunter.
Nice. You actually did a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, nice work.
I was wanting to do from the beginning.
Yeah, I know. You
I
got
was gonna
this.
try and take out the gazer with it.
He runs forward, looks at the key, quickly scrabbles in his pocket, pulls out a piece of paper, pulls it back in his pocket, and he goes to kick the key, but his foot passes through it. He's like, "Ugh, it's not one of them!" And now he's going to pick a target at random. Actually, no, he's not. He has a grudge against one of you guys, so he's going to try and finish that.
Yes.
Let me just roll damage on this real quick.
Oh no.
So, he is looking around the room, and you can see he is practically frothing at the mouth at how pissed off he is right now. And he fixes his eyes with the person that he has a massive grudge against, and starts to swing his crossbow around to aim. Unfortunately, before he could bring his crossbow to point at Rascal, he accidentally fires it prematurely and shoots his bugbear companion in the back.
Oh, yes!
What to give her that?
Okay, so apparently yellow starts with an O in my head. I was looking at my list saying, where's the yellow one? Because I had like
Remember,
O-P, O-R-P-G. It's like, oh, right, yellow starts with a Y.
just remember, you only live once.
Oh, YOLO.
Alright, so he's shot his friend in the arse. He's gonna snarl, and then he's gonna dig in his pocket and pull out a vial and drink it down.
Oh, we don't like that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The higher they rise, the deeper they fall.
Deeper?
The further. And the harder.
Further, harder, deeper, stronger.
The higher, the fewer.
We don't want to.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, I don't like those numbers.
He drank his
I mean, I like all the ones.
Oh, okay. Shoo!
He drank a superior healing potion because Hunter fucked him up.
Good.
And he still didn't recover all the damage that Hunter did to him.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nice.
Next up
Hunter is awesome.
is the bugbears. So this one is going to attempt to tackle Hunter. 13 plus 4, 17. Does 17 hit you, AC?
Does 17 hit you, IC?
Yeah,
Okay.
and my makeup.
That is 15 plus 2. That's 17 points of piercing damage.
Now, hang on a sec. I just remembered.
I thought you said tackle.
Hang on. Combat inspiration can boost your AC, so if you want to spend the inspiration die, it might push you over the edge, and you might not get hit at all.
Really?
Yep,
I
I'll
was
click
not
it.
aware that that could be applied to your AC in a pinch.
I will click it to sure. Damage. Alternatively, when attacking against a creature. Yep, you can use the combat inspiration dice and add the number to your AC.
If you want to do that to try and fend off the attack, go ahead.
What die is it?
D6.
Come on.
Does that make the difference?
Yes.
Hey!
Then he misses.
I just hear the Flash Gordon music playing as this happens, and Hunter's just standing there with the guitars raging.
I'm actually really glad that worked. Hunter is too annoyed to deal with that kind of shit.
Not today. I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah, I'm not letting the game bully Hunter.
Purple is going to attack Vizan. That is a modified 20.
So I'm assuming, yeah, 16, 17. I mean, I assume rolling a d6 to get 4 or higher is gonna not be a good idea.
It's up to you if you want to try.
I'm on 6 hit points.
Oh.
Then
Roll the dice. Yeah, I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, hey, that's 4. So my 16, 17. It meets it. It beats. No, it meets it. So still got me. So yeah, sure.
You take 11 points of piercing damage.
Good night.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Captain! I tried!
Yeah, it's all good.
He's not dead.
Yet.
He's pointing for the fjords.
Korath, you're up.
Yes! Well, Korath is going to... can I get to him to do what I want to do in my turn? An attack?
Sure. You could.
What do I need to roll to... that?
Roll a dexterity.
Okay.
Hang on, I need to get the insect stats.
Yes. Sorry.
There we go.
Boom! Boom,
For
y'all!
I think a nat 20 will work, even without the insect stats.
Yeah, but he's gonna make a save against this, so... okay.
Come on.
I mean, with that 20, what's the fucking point?
Hey, you never know.
That could still happen.
Alright, so... You get into his beard, and you wriggle up his nose. Just as you enter in the nose cavity, you see his hand just kind of slap onto his beard and brush it away. But he missed you. You are now inside his nostril.
And is that my turn, or can I do something?
You used your turn to get in here.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
That's it for Korath.
It's going to be the saddest pinata, who's dead. It's going to be the swashbuckler, who's going to attack the bugbear. 7. No, that's gonna miss. 19. That's gonna hit. So she hits with her dagger. That's a 3 plus 4, so that's 7 points of damage to purple. Okay. Next up is Rainier. And he is going to head over here. And is going to try a medicine check to try and stabilize Peachy because he has no potions. Okay. He succeeds. So Peachy, you are stable, but you are still unconscious. So you don't need to make death saving throws, but you will not be conscious until someone actually gives you healing.
Gotcha. So it's like 1 hit point, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just say that.
Okay. Next up, Ashford.
I really hate to do this. Sorry, I'm getting only 4 points of healing.
Okay.
And he's lining himself up here. And that's my turn, unfortunately. I have nothing else left.
Okay. Next up, Rascal.
Hi! Rascal's going to do a fair bit with his turn. First things first, I'm healing Cord Vizan with a bonus action. He gets 4 points. And is back on his feet.
Conscious.
Oh, yeah. He has to get up on his own power, unfortunately. I can't do everything for him.
So sorry, did you? I tuned out for half a second. So Peachy just got 4 hit points, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Right, I'm gonna use 10 feet of movement to flank the bugbear. But instead of attacking the bugbear, Rascal's gonna like turn towards the dwarfy boy, and he's about to unleash like the major smackdown. But instead of words, what comes out is a dragon's roar.
Yes!
He has to make a DC 13 charisma saving throw.
I'm afraid he succeeds.
Whoa, oh shit!
Rolled
Let's
a
see.
17.
Colab appreciated it.
Even with his minus modifier, he succeeds, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I can't use lucky to bend that.
Nope.
Alright, so Dwarfy Boy is unimpressed, but Rascal's sure is shocked that a dragon's roar just came out of his little muzzle, his snoot. So he's kind of clutching at his throat for a moment. It's like, where did that come from?
Is that all? Yeah.
That's his turn, yeah.
Okay. Next up is Mert, who's going to stride over the body of the bugbear. He's going to grab Vizan's muzzle, open it up, and shove a superior healing potion down there.
Thank you.
You get 28 hit points.
28. Okay.
Well, us old ones must stick together, alright? And he's going to use his bonus action to pull you to your feet.
Okay, Peachy is at max hit points.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, Peachy's only got 28 hit points.
He's got exactly the same amount of hit points as Ashwood does.
Oh wait, no, I've got 36. Yeah, that token seems wrong. That token's not right for some reason.
Oh, okay, well...
I was
That's
gonna
good.
say, I'm a ranger level 4 and I have 47.
Sorry,
What the fuck?
What's your maximum
What?
hit points?
I've just typed it in myself. That was weird. But yeah, there we go. We're fine. We're good.
Okay. Bing! Yep.
Bing is going to make his way to there. So I was going to go there, turn to Dwarf, and just goes, "You shouldn't fuck with a Kobold, pal." He's going to activate Green Flame Blade. And he's going to do a Flamberge attack. I'm going to add the 1d... It's 1d6, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
1d6.
That'll
So that's
hit.
14. I just need 1 second because it's been a while since I've done Green Flame Blade. 1 second. So 1 second. So that's an ability modifier, which is Charisma, so Bing is going to inflict 6 points of damage on the dwarf, and the bugbear next to him is going to take 3 points of damage.
Okay. The dwarf turns at you and snarls. Next up, Nola, what would you like to do?
One things. I think Nola is fairly satisfied that she's far enough away not to take more damage. In fact, it's gonna get a little bit closer again. And right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she's gonna try frostbite on the dwarf again.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. 14 plus 2, 16.
Makes it.
Sorry. Anything
These
else you'd like to try?
Nope, out of actions.
Okay. Next up is Nixia. She's going to step up here. And she's going to attack. Twice. To She misses with a 17, hits with a 23, so that is 5 points of slashing damage on yellow. Do not touch my kitty friend. Next up is Vizan.
Okay, Peachy is going to hold up his sword. He's going to reactivate his smite. I think that's going to be the last spell slot. Searing smite, and we are going to. We need to make a. Yes, Kakor? I'm hearing a Kakor.
Is the metagaming pigeon in there?
I hear no metagaming pigeons.
I do not hear metagaming.
I believe this might be code for Icy has another plan.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't. I was just advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know where you were planning to move, but
yeah.
if you were planning to move.
I mean, basically, I was just going to charge straight forward, Aragorn style, but well, that would be getting in the way of Rascal and that dude. But yeah, no. Peach is just going to bring the tip of the sword up, and he's just going to charge straight ahead. And that is going to be flippity floppity. Great sword. Boop. Boop. 23.
Definitely hit.
Okay. 10 slashing, and I mean, it already rolled it, so it's 1 fire damage on top that time.
Aw,
Okay. So it brings him down to.
come on.
Let me just put my concentration flag up.
Love it.
Okay. Hunter, whose day do you want to fuck up now?
I mean, there was a bugbear just in front of you.
Okay.
Because
so
I'm covered in kittens.
he's going for the dwarf. Hunter wants this dwarf down. 19 will hit. Roll your damage. Ooh, very nice. Okay. He's just glaring at Hunter as he's pulling the arrow out of him. Is there anything else you'd like to try? Are you drawing your two-handed weapons? So you're basically dropping your bow and pulling out your two swords for the AC bonus? Yes?
I see.
Oh, no, sorry. I had my mic up. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. I'm sorry. I meant to read that in my character sheet. This to remind myself of what it was. No, I do not want to do that. She will, however, move back 5 feet to give Rascal advantage again.
Sure.
Much appreciated.
Next up is now Nuska. He's going to look very annoyed at the little Kobold behind him. And he's going to try and give you a smack with a mace. I'm going to assume that 12 doesn't hit you.
It does not.
If 12 doesn't hit you, 6 won't. Okay. So, that's him. Oh, wait! He has pack tactics. That was his first attack. Second attack. 17.
Wait.
Yeah, the thug has pack tactics.
A dwarf with pack tactics. These mythical creatures do exist.
He gets it from his class. So 17 plus 4 is 21. So does that hit?
Hits. Yep.
That hits. Okay. And you take a grand total of 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'd say he knocks his shield out of his hand.
Okay. Next up is...
Never mind.
Sorry,
So
what
never
was
mind
the
me.
next
I'm being stupid. I thought you were rolling another attack, not.
Five
one?
also appear to have been kicked out of the turn order.
I see.
Me.
Oh, yeah,
Are you?
Barry.
Yeah, Kolrath's token was deleted, so she's not in the turn order anymore.
Where'd your token go?
So it's next to, I don't know. It
It's
was
deleted.
It was on top of,
Did
Oh
you
no, the
actually-
blood was up to her.
where did my turn go?
Did you actually delete yourself?
No.
Well, here's the thing: it's not. Let's not focus on how it happened. What's happened is Kolov's token is gone, and with it, her initiative. Oh, there she is.
Hang on.
What was
Yeah.
your initiative?
6.
There we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, in that case, that's going to be her turn next, isn't it?
She was after the bugbear, I think, and before the
Yes,
gazer.
I was after the bug.
Yes.
Okay, so bugbear's turn. This boyo is going to try and attack Vaizan. I assume 17 doesn't hit you.
You'd assume wrong. My armor class is 16.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Yeah.
he smacks you with a Morning Star. 3, 4, 7 plus 2 is 9.
Ouch. That's literally what he does. He just, like, Peaches just sort of, like, turns to look and he goes, ouch.
The bugbear looks concerned.
He should.
This one up here, he has a plethora of targets. He has Hunter, Nixia, and Rascal, so let's roll a d4 and see what he wants to score. He's gonna go for Nixia.
Move.
He rolled a nat 1.
Like I said, bad move.
Poorly.
Oh my
This would have been a
God.
bad move if we went after Hunter too, because then the gloves have been off. She'd have gone after him with his with the claws.
He rolled 100.
Oh no.
Huh?
What?
So
Roll
He
for
bought
severity.
the weapons that
Himself in his
bug-
head.
the bugbear's weapons are Morning Stars, which are essentially flails, so they're giant spiked balls on chains. As he was spinning it to try and get momentum to smack Nixia, he done that little thing where with the nunchucks where he went too far back and he cracked himself on the back of his own head. So I'm gonna roll damage for that, and he's gonna get the full damage. 10 plus 2 is 12.
Did he just kill himself? Please say he just killed himself.
Sadly,
I'll show you.
no, he did not.
Darn.
However, he is bleeding heavily from the head and looks dazed.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to-
it's almost a killing.
I just wanted it to be like spin, 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 splat.
So it's basically Wicket from Return of the Jedi.
I was about
Yeah.
to say that.
So he
I'm
doesn't
also
kill
picturing-
himself. Kulrath, you're just inside this man's nose.
She's gonna dig in as high up toward the brain as she can and start biting.
Okay. You
Seizure.
wiggle your way up past the mucous membrane at the top of the nose, and you're now in the nasal cavity. Roll to attack?
What do I roll?
Roll a d20.
I want it to hit so bad. I want this guy to be in to be knowing what's
20,
happening.
20,
With
20,
advantage.
20.
Okay, hold on. Let me do another one then.
20, 20.
Okay.
Well,
I would
well,
say, on all honesty, I would say armor class doesn't really count when you're inside his head. So as a biting insect, you do 1 piercing damage
To his brain.
to the back of his throat. You can't get
Well,
to the
yeah,
brain
still.
through the nasal cavity.
I know, I'm kidding.
Grow back to regular size and explode his head.
That was what I was going to do. That is her. Can I believe if we discussed it, a bonus action can be you can turn back.
Yes.
She is going to turn back inside of his head.
Oh.
Alright. So, first off,
Just gonna post something to the player chat.
you're going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as you expand. You all watch as the dwarf kind of like holds his fist and goes, ow! 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 As his head starts to just malform. His eyes just kind of pop out and his head just cracks open from the inside and explodes. His body collapses and out rolls Kolrath, covered in brain matter, skull fragments, and gore.
Honey, I love you, but I trust you won't take it personally when I say I'm keeping it out of the book.
It's okay. You can say you did it. And then she turns and looks down at the dwarf and says, "Stay away from us." And I'm going to point the
will
player.
not be able to.
I do
Get
not
any
think he
closer
can
than
answer you.
And I'm going to point to the player chat.
It's way more splinters than I like to see.
Yeah, Kolrath has been so, a lot more subdued during all this since the change, but yeah, the flicker of mad still, and she's still the same person.
He's still a lunatic.
You might want to get that anger checked.
Okay. Swashbuckler. Is vomiting. She's just vomiting. Rainier is also vomiting. Ashford,
Do I have to roll if I'm vomiting too?
if you want to roll a Constitution save, sure.
No, I don't want to roll the Constitution save because that means I could fail.
You've been around Mads. You need to expect this kind of shit.
Yeah, I kind of expected that. Hello, we have not been introduced, and there is no time for that.
I'm just going to post another thing to the player chat really quick.
Wait a minute. You're on top of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord Fairwind will not be pleased.
Oh my.
I was about to make
To
the
me, you're
same
over there.
joke.
No, I moved over here to check it to see if Mad's token might have been under me.
Okay. My sincere apologies.
It's okay.
So 24 then.
24 will hit.
And that'll be 10 points of damage to yellow.
Okay. How do you want to kill him?
Just a nice piercing stabbing motion through the heart will suffice in this case.
Okay. Well, this bugbear is stumbling around with his morning star embedded firmly in the back of his own head. You just come up and go, okay, shake right through the back. And this bugbear
Consider it a mercy killing.
is dead. Alright, next up, Rascal.
Hi. Rascal's gonna noom past the fake key and wedge himself in here, and he's gonna do a stabby stab with Sammy's rapier towards the purple bugbear.
Go
And
for
that'll
it.
be an advantage because pet tactics. For fuck's sake! I'm gonna use the last
Hey.
luck point.
Sure.
It's a 10.
That's still not gonna hit.
Yep.
Ah.
Not a 6.
No, that was a reroll entirely, not an add-on dice.
Yep.
And he's not any disadvantage because he's barfing?
No, I'm used to your shit by now, sweetie. It's gross.
No.
I'm used
No,
to
no.
it.
The bugbear isn't vomiting.
Oh, I thought the bandit was. I thought you said sorry.
No, the swashbuckler, your ally is.
Our backup has met the vomitorium.
Okay, sorry.
Mert is staring at Korath in a very strange expression, just like, what?
He's half impressed and half disgusted.
Yeah, it's like he's
like it.
horrified, but he's also slightly impressed. It's just like, okay.
Long lizard tongue licks fangs.
Bing!
Looks at Mert.
Bing is just gonna level the tip of the flambeige at the bugbear's crotch. Let's go. You thought it just happened to your friend, huh? I recommend you surrender.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Intimidation with advantage. Oh, for God's sake.
Let me just do a save for the bugbear. Okay. The bugbear glares at Rascal, glares at the vomiting swashbuckler, glares at Vizan, turns to glare at Bing, realizes where the tip of his sword is, drops his morning star and holds his hands up.
Smart boy.
It's just like, yep. So, yeah, that's it.
Just say we kill the little fucker, make sure he doesn't go back and tell his other friends where this is.
Is combat over?
Yep.
Okay, then Korath actually walks up to Mert and says, I told you it was a good idea to make me a harper. And then she walks over to the bugbear and says, like around or whatever, and says to the bugbear, do you surrender? Tell me you surrender. Say you surrender.
He's just kind of nodding and looking around as everybody is just slowly surrounding him.
Sweetie, looks
Yeah.
to Rascal like, what do I do?
We hand him over to the proper authorities who are literally right behind me.
Well,
Yeah.
technically I'm not the authorities, but I can arrange for them to be here.
And
Claudia, are you alright,
well.
dear? This one was like leaning against this wall, just she like holds up her
Bing.
hands like, I'm alright.
Bing is just gonna tap her leg and give her his last 5 points of lay on hands to try and help her.
Thanks. It's just like pats you on the head or on the shoulder. Well, she aims to pat you on the shoulder, but kind of misses and pats you on the head instead. Sorry.
That's alright.
Also, Razzle will be prestidigitating Korath clean because, ew.
Korath does a circular dance as if rain is falling on her as she gets prestidigitated back to normal. She's just like, rain, yeah, spinning around. And then, as I said, she looks at the bugbear and with stage whispers, she says, don't forget, I can find you any time. Do live a good life.
Could someone please help me restrain this gentleman?
I think I can. Get on your knees now.
A bugbear just kind of blinks at you. He's like, okay. He like
The lady
sits
asked you
down.
very nicely.
He just like sits down and wraps his arms around his knees and just looks like a child who's been scolded.
Mr. Mert, would I be able to take a moment of your time?
Suppose. I don't believe we've been formally introduced.
Technically we have not, I suppose, although we have interacted briefly. I am not here. I was never here, and if anyone were ever to think I was here, That would probably be a death sentence for me.
He's going
And I look over to the bugbear. Now, I would like to trust you to take care of this individual, probably in a way that doesn't involve the authorities, somewhere outside of the city or somewhere away from, shall we say, Zentarum ears. Or would you like me to deal with him myself?
You see Mert
This
kind of
is your
rubbing
city.
his chin as he glances over. Well, we are not friends of the Zentarum, nor are we friends of the Xanathar Guild. And this individual, he points towards the headless corpse of Nusha, was a, shall we say, rather brutal enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm afraid to say that he has surrendered.
Exactly. You understand my concern, but Mr. Skyreach holds you in very high regard, and I do trust Mr. Skyreach. I just want to be clear that were this individual to be in, shall we say, a general population, it would make breathing very difficult for me. So, were you to find a third option, somewhere quiet and out of the way, I do believe that they're looking for people in, 10 towns up to the spine of the world, somewhere like that, maybe.
Are you suggesting we imprison him within our own means and not inform the city guard?
Well, again, it's entirely up to you.
To be honest, Mert, I would look at it more as giving him a second chance away from Waterdeep.
Yeah, he's gonna be good now.
Faizan, roll me a persuasion with advantage because Bing hopped in.
Oh, thank you, Bing. Persuasion advantage. Okay, because I'm very good at that.
Nice.
You see Mert kind
Oh.
of stroking his chin. Very well. I see. I suppose something like this could be arranged. Why am I Dura?
I have no idea why you've suddenly turned into Nixia, who's also sharing the same accent.
I can see how this would be a problem for someone of your standing. Very well. I will make arrangements. As, to be frank, contacting the City Watch about this would lead to a lot of uncomfortable questions.
That we can definitely see eye to eye, sir. Again, we have witnesses here, of course. I was never here, but I publicly declare that I owe you a favor. So, unless there is anything else, Peachy is going to start making tracks. I have a group of people to misdirect for a little while longer before eventually word of this place gets out.
Very well. Before you do head out, there are a few of my people watching the trap door. When you head up there, the passcode is C#.
C#.
Yes, they'll
Will
know
do.
that I let you pass.
Mm-hmm. Peachy will give him a very polite bow and turn to Rascal. Well, Mr. Skyreach, I have a sneaking suspicion since I have failed in my mission, I might not be in Waterdeep for much longer, but if I do get the chance, I'll be sure to pop by your tavern.
By all means, you're always welcome there, even if you have to come under a new name and a new guise. I'll keep an eye and ear out for you.
Appreciate it.
I trust this means you're not going to want to be included in the book.
Oh God, no! My wife would absolutely butcher me, and I'm not joking. She would butcher me. Please don't.
Hey, fine with me. It would make the story simpler to write anyway.
Indeed, yes. I only confuse the narrative at the best of times. It's been a pleasure.
Right back at you, Captain.
Miss Korath,
Hey, Captain.
Lady Fairwind.
Captain,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna call in that hug.
As you wish. And Peachy gives her a very big hug.
She gives a hug back and says, "You did the right thing."
I know.
And then let's go.
Feels a bit odd, but still. Gives a salute to Ashwood.
Who
A nod
returns
to
the
me.
salute with the highest of honors.
And he is going to nod to everybody else, and he is going to politely step away. Give a little nod to Nola as well. And he is out.
So he is married. That is disappointing.
Did he hear that?
Probably yes.
Yeah, Peachy comes back in and he says, "We have an open relationship, and I'm staying at blah blah blah." And then he leaves.
Perhaps I will pay him a visit. Regardless. Hi Mert, how are you? You saw notice as Mert turns to look at Nexia, and his face just goes dead serious, and he's just squinting at her. He's like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "Well, you said to come and give them some help, but I didn't mean get into the fight." Sorry.
Mert, sir, if I may interject, she has been a great asset on our behalf, and she has done her best to keep herself out of trouble.
Yeah, she's a spirited spitfire. There's a place for her at Rascal's Rescuers if she ever wants to take it.
Can I say, Mert, the apple doesn't fall?
That is what I'm worried about. If your father figures out that you got into this, I will not hear the end of it. So no one is to tell him.
Well, for all we know, she had been protecting the door for us.
I was just saying, we could always ask Lucy to help.
Oh dear. He's like rubs his eyes. He's like, we'll discuss this.
Bing, how many children of legendary heroes do you know?
Just Nixie and Lucy.
Well, while you're here, Mr. Mudd, do you have a moment? May we have a moment of your time?
I suppose there's no other time to do it, is there? I am right here. What would you like? Again, the accent is getting mixed up. I'm sorry.
Don't even worry about it.
What can I do for you?
We are, as you know, we are at the doors to the vault, and unfortunately, I think I managed to get them closed just in time, so no one of ill repute gets in.
Did you
points
actually...
to the corpses.
We didn't close the door behind us.
No,
He said,
we did not.
"As am I."
He actually did.
Oh, clever.
He was sneaky.
You didn't tell the DM, so it didn't
Oh,
work.
didn't I? Well, I just wonder where Dennis got that from. It's definitely not part of the chat.
I mean, because I actually heard him say it. There was a lot of things happening
Yeah.
at once. So
He did
Yeah,
say
okay,
as am
okay.
I, but he didn't tell me that he was saying Azam instead of the word as am I.
I thought I had said it, but okay, let's keep the door open.
Yeah, you can't fuck DM on this one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, as I said, okay, maybe the door didn't notice my intention.
Well, Alfred, we kept them pretty occupied the entire time with their big old dramatic final battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, that is true. Well, there is, well...
Okay. You need some help.
You're probably better at explaining this, Rascal.
So, Mr. Mert, we secured the platinum. The dragon is willing to meet with you, but only you.
Oh. Why me?
Well, he recognized you apparently when I brought you up.
Really?
It seems
Yeah,
that
he says
the
that
Harpers
you're...
that you have quite the reputation.
Which I've been telling you guys all along, but thank you for finally paying attention to that fact. He thinks you're legit, and that's the main thing. It was a real uphill struggle to convince him that we were legit.
And he's an agreeable sort? Did you tell him what we intended to do? He knows that we
Oh,
want to
yeah,
take the
yeah,
money, yes?
He was really happy with that.
Kolrath
Yeah.
pulls out. Sorry.
As long as the money goes back to the city or to those it was taken from, the dragon will be content.
And Kolrath at that point
Oh.
pulls out the platinum she kept and says, "See, these. He let us take these. I'm going to make them into medallions. We're all going to have one."
Oh yeah, and important distinction, don't touch his pile of gems.
He has a separate pile of gems.
Yes, he has his own, treasure separate from the big old pile of platinum.
And look out for the gooey things. The gooey things.
Oh.
They're still there.
Oh, and one more big important detail. The fancy staff he has, he's in a dwarven form, by the way, alias of... I'm checking my notes. Barak Clanghammer. Yeah, that's his. That was his payment for guarding the platinum in the first place, and, dragons, he'd be very upset if you tried to take it from him.
I am aware of the staff you speak of. That is a very powerful item that I was hoping I would be able to retrieve, but I suppose...
Well, let's face it, it's with a gold dragon, so you can't really get more trustworthy than that.
True,
Mhm.
yes, true.
And if you ever
Perhaps-
really need it, he's nice. You could just ask him.
Perhaps I could negotiate him using the staff himself in the defense of the city. Yes. If...
Pardon my prying, but since you know the staff, what does it do?
It summons dragons and can
Oh!
control them.
Oh boy, I can see why you want to hold that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to keep everyone in check.
Yeah, I really think you best just let him have that murder,
Well, that's what I was going to say. If he is, as you say, very attached to it,
I think
he
it's
would
more
use it
that-
on our behalf, I'd be happy enough to defend the
I
city.
think it's more the idea of using it to control dragons that he might not like.
Well, the dragons it creates are not actual sentient dragons. They are not like him. They are not real dragons. They are, what do you call them? Facsimiles, homunculi. They are...
You know,
match the strength of an ancient dragon, sometimes even tenfold, depending on the age. But the staff creates them, and you can control them, much like a golem.
I assume he suspects if he gives it up, someone might use it against him.
Well,
It's also
well-
an exceptionally powerful magical artifact.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. It makes dragons. Anyone who's a 2-bit tyrant is going to want to hold a handle on that.
Yes.
I'm actually going to double check and make sure that is what that staff
So,
does, because I might have
To be
got
honest,
mixed up with
Mr.
something else.
Tilmadar would probably want that staff for himself.
I think Mr. Tilmadar has plenty.
I wouldn't worry about him using it to be a tyrant, but he just use it for really stupid things.
Oh, I know. That's what I meant. He's an obnoxiously rich guy. I'm sure he can get by with his oodles of money alone.
Yeah, speaking of money...
Oh, wait, no, I was wrong. I got this mixed up. The Dragon Staff of Algrahun. It gives anyone attuned to it advantage on saving throws against the spells and breath weapons of dragons, as well as the breath weapons of other creatures of the dragon type, such as dragon turtles and dragonborn. A creature of the dragon type that you touch with the staff can move through the city of Waterdeep, ignoring the dragon ward that protects the city. You can expend 1 charge to cast the command spell. If you target a dragon with casting, the dragon has disadvantage on the saving throw. So yeah, this staff lets him travel freely through the city. There is a ward around the city that prevents dragons from entering it.
Yeah.
And yet I somehow slipped through. It needs work.
That I was gonna say it.
You're not a
but you didn't-
dragon.
Whoa, whoa,
Did you-
whoa!
fucking roar? I fucking roar now!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go back to the tavern, Rascal.
Technically
Devillo,
speaking,
why do you link an image of that blasphemous film in my chat?
Because I love to have you
to
hate
be fair, it,
Sure, I
and
thought
I
of the
love
same
that
thing.
performance.
to be fair, it is a faithful adaptation of D&D, just based on a really bad homebrew.
Yeah.
Now, oh,
Nixie kind of leans down to Rascal and says, "You may have a dragon's heart, little one, but you do not yet have a full dragon's body." She
don't know.
gives you a
I-
little pat on the shoulder.
Colette crosses her arms and looks away and goes, "Whew," shows what she knows.
Perhaps one day, but until then, you have a bold heart. And she just gives you a little poke in the chest.
Also, Mert, you
Aw.
probably need some long boards or a rope ladder or something when you're in there, because, the walkways in, so they're a bit rickety.
Don't worry, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. And he nods down towards his boots.
Ah,
I hope you. Do you need someone to point you in the right direction?
Well, you could tell me a bit about this place. What's the layout? Is there any traps or anything I should be aware of?
Well,
yeah.
aside
so we
from
came
the-
across, don't look at any murals, stay away from the murals, and watch out for black buttons.
Yes.
And so that's when Colorath speaks up and she says,
Also, there's a room on the second floor. End of it, there's a statue in there of one of the dwarven guards. We didn't pick it up, but it might be nice as a little donation for the temple.
Very well, very well. I will look into it. Did the dragon sit me alone, or am I allowed to bring companions?
No,
if
he
I
said
recall-
you and you. He said only you. Anyone else would be. How did he phrase it? Dead.
I believe it was something along the lines of being roasted alive, but yes.
To be
Yeah.
honest, you could probably take people with you to where the staircase is, but no further.
Yeah, I believe you can only meet with the dragon at first, but then, once you've had your conversation and straightened out the details, then your entourage is ready to come in, able to come in, rather, and to help transport the platinum.
Very well, very well. So, I must treat with the dragon first. Very well. I can do that. I have been
I mean-
rather charming in my youth.
I mean,
rubs his
if it
little
helps, the dragon did not object to us accompanying you, so he'll know us.
and also Mert, and also Mert, and she's like raising her hand.
Yes,
Colorath.
green kobold. Colrath, yes. My apologies.
Colorath.
Oh yeah, I think, sweetie, I suppose it's cool that we let Mert know, right? I mean, it's Mert. This used to be Mads.
Wave with the
Oh.
non-galore hand.
Were you, I've forgotten the name I wanted to say before. Oh yeah. Were you Clamored when we met before?
Yeah, no, there was never any Mads. She wasn't even a person, right, sweetie?
Gee,
Okay,
Yeah,
fine,
she was-
it's me.
Yeah,
it's
it's kind of
me.
surprised me
Yes,
too, Mert.
I
but
got
yeah.
transformed. I got transformed. Spin, spin. There's a thing I need to tell you. So, I know that we're splitting everything and we're giving it back to the city, but I need to make sure that what I end up with is enough to build my academy.
Your academy?
Yeah, for the orphans. Maybe you could help instead of giving me a reward. Maybe you can, match it or something. I want to build a new building for the orphans and make it where they get good teachers and nice food and I pick the teachers and the menu, and we can help everybody. It's like a whole thing. I have this
Well,
great idea for it.
the Harpers do currently support a rather large orphanage in the town, and if we do acquire these funds, a new building would be very useful to them. So
Exactly. You can have my
perhaps-
share. Sorry.
Perhaps instead of you foregoing a reward, if you'd like, I can put you in touch with the matron so that you can, become an advisor or perhaps a teacher within the orphanage.
That sounds great. I know her. I bought her a chocolate cake.
It's not the social worker.
She doesn't know that.
Oh, you met Madam
Making an
Fix.
assumption. Yeah,
Delightful. Then
Nod,
I
nod.
shall-
Yeah,
I shall have a word with her. And
Yeah,
we
I
shall
can
see
teach
about
him
that.
how to be in tune with nature, and she's starting to sway back and forth and her eyes closed, and to feel the elements and understand the animal. Huh?
Karat, I think hammering out the curriculum
Yeah, we
will
can
have a
go
little bit.
details
Will
another
take a little
time.
bit more time.
Yeah, you gotta remember the money hasn't been officially returned to Waterdeep yet.
Right, after that. Yeah, okay. Oh, sweetie, let's go home.
I think that might be a good idea. You all look rather bushed. I will ensure that this fellow receives his second chance as the unknown person who left mentioned, and then I will go and treat with the dragon, and I will probably come and contact you later on today. But perhaps you should make tracks before the streets become a little bit too public.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
that's probably
go,
a good idea.
everyone.
And
If you're sure you're going to be okay.
I will be fine if you say this dragon is as good as you claim.
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
definitely. Just make sure to be respectful.
I am very respectful to those who could crush me with a sneeze.
I know that it's just that with gold dragon, you do kind of have to be a little bit more formal.
Very well.
To be honest, he seemed very, very agreeable, and didn't even demand you act in a certain way.
Yes, well, metallic dragons are a little bit more understanding. I met a silver dragon once. Oh, he was a pompous fart. But anyway, yes, again, I do have to offer my thanks to all of you. I don't
Oh,
think
it's a
we would be
pleasure,
able to
Mr.
do this
Mark.
without you.
Certainly.
Now then,
Rescue's Rescuers always brings it back.
Ashwood takes a note out of his, rips a page out of his journal, to lock the door, say, Azam.
Don't
Is
say
what
that
it
loud.
sa- No, is that what it says on the piece of paper? He makes certain not to say the word, given that the door is still open.
Hey, Ashford, did you put on there that you shouldn't say it unless you're on the other side of the door? But it activates anywhere in there?
Yes, you should be a little bit careful with that, because, or do you think I should accompany him? I mean, for now I can still open the door.
Okay.
He is openly asking. Which would you prefer?
I mean, better safe than sorry in this case.
I believe
Alright.
we will be alright. As I say, I have a number of my subordinates around here, but if you do have the keys to the vault, the other two requirements, do you mind if I hold on to them?
Rascal extends the beholder store, by all means.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Opens backpack, pulls out this severed hand that's like loose in her backpack, and goes, Here.
Definitely the
Don't
same
ask.
person. Okay then. He just takes the hand by the pinky. He's like, I'm not going to ask where you got this.
A warehouse.
I'm not going to ask where you got this, and I don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
Alright then. But I appreciate that.
So do you have a beardless dwarf with you right now?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
have.
Madame
Maybe
Eska is a few streets over. We can quite easily call her back.
The problem is you cannot send message spells from within the vault.
Well, that is
Then
why
you just go outside.
That is why I have faithful right-hand men and women. He glances over to Rainier and the...
Yeah, if always people willing to lend a hand.
That was a terrible joke.
That was in character, Mads.
I was
Clara
was
laughs.
I was trying to be of assistance.
I appreciate the offer,
if
my
you got
friend.
your bases covered, again, the thing on the note closes the door from everywhere, and you really need all 3 keys at hand, pun not intended, to open the door again.
Very well, then I shall send for Eska. We can have her standing by, just in case. But in the meantime, you are all exhausted. Go home, rest well, and I will contact you later this afternoon, if I can.
Yeah, I guess we just have a hard time pulling ourselves away from the situation since we've been like knee deep in it this entire time.
Yes.
Feels weird now that we can finally just go home.
I wonder.
Yeah, and I know that you lost a couple of friends on the way, didn't you?
Well, we lost a friend, and we found that someone who we thought is a friend definitely was not a friend.
Oh yeah, don't know if you heard about this, Mer, but you know Isla Saphira, who we thought was dead? Totally not dead!
I'm sorry.
And currently on the loose, apparently.
What do you mean she's not dead? I thought she was found with her throat slit.
Yep.
I think she was.
And then we found her breaking into our home.
Huh.
Yeah, we pursued her over the rooftops where she tried to threaten my unborn children. That
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah. She
Totally.
pointed a knife at my belly.
Then I'll just have to keep an eye out for her. This is going to be a busy day. Well, I have many things to plan. And we need to fortify this place in case any more of these gentlemen, and he glances over towards the bugbear, he's just like, don't look at me. And all these gentlemen decide to pay us a visit. Luckily, I am aware that Nushka over there liked to keep secrets. He doesn't like to boast of his goings-on until he's got results. Let's just say he learned the hard way about counting his hens before they were hatched. And Murch's kind of taps his wrist.
His hands, yes.
Yeah, there was a lot going on inside his head.
Evidently,
his mind.
he blew his mind.
Big kind of that ooh snap finger gun sort of pose.
But then,
I'm so good at that, and then Korath skips away. I'm so good at that. Do-do-do.
this is
Splish.
going to be a long day.
Do-do-do-do-do.
See, you're going the wrong way. Okay, there we go.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hi, Hunter. We did it. Do-do-do-do-do.
What?
Do-do-do-do-do.
Rainier, Mr. Mert, see you around.
Bye! Rainier gives you a little cheeky wave.
Waves back.
I'll come round to the rendezvous for some drinks sometime.
Looking forward to it.
Uh,
Oh, so is it just me, or is it bloody hot in here? As he's scratching at himself.
I might just
you okay, sweetie?
go with them, Mert. I'll just do a little.
Are you okay, Rascal?
Boom just goes to it. Don't worry, I'll make sure Nixie stays out of trouble this time. Don't worry.
I mean, I think I'm fine. It's just
I don't
really
think you can
hot.
manage that.
I'm just
But then
itching all over.
Go.
I
have
am
fun.
too. I am too. Let's go home.
I don't think it's that kind of itching, sweetie. As he's like scratching at the back of his hand, the one with the slave sign on it, and as he does this, you just hear like as his scales are coming off as he pulls at it.
What's
and beneath the scales, like the actual slave sign starts coming off, and beneath it is a new coat of scales, shinier, of a ruby hue, a metallic sheen. That's new!
What is
Yeah, I don't know, but
Well, I know
Someone
it.
has overcome the past, and it's looking towards a very bright future, I would say.
Well, I know I might be able to help.
oh,
Yeah, I might have already mentioned him to the last 5 minutes.
Let's see. You mentioned, scratches her head, keeps scratching, looks up.
Well, you kind of saw his opera.
Oh,
Mr. Commodore?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he'd probably know.
I mean, sure, but that might need to be done. All I know right now is I really gotta get home and I've gotta get out of these clothes so I can scratch up a storm. I'm itching all over.
Oh,
Perhaps a victory bath, yes?
yeah.
Yes, please.
everybody to the bathhouse?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Ashwood is looking towards Nixia. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, if you want.
Sounds delightful.
Sure, why the hell not? As long as they don't mind shedding kobolds.
I do not think that will be an issue.
Let's go, 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 let's go.
Bathhouse!
Alright,
Bathhouse! He's like chanting.
so you just make your way out into the streets. Looking a little bit worse from where, but a lot happier with your current situation. Bing, you would know that there is a bathhouse near the Yawning Portal that tends to cater to a lot of the adventurers in that area.
Yeah. Okay, so there's one minute of a yawning puddle. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah. And then
Alright.
don't forget, Rascal. We also have to take care of the tree.
Sure, but first things first, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be dealing with a lot over the past couple of days, and then we'll deal with that matter once we're done with everything. Fair?
Yeah.
I'd say that anyone with a passive perception over 13 can see that Bing is blushing.
Yeah. It kind
Actually-
of failed to get to only the DM.
Rascal does meet that, but he's a bit preoccupied, like, trying to claw off his old scales.
Ashwood
Sweetie,
does not
sweetie.
notice.
Sweetie, it'll never heal. Make sure
What?
to be careful.
No, it doesn't hurt. It feels better once the old scales are off.
I hope so. Just let's. It's just giving me. It's making me nervous for you. I want to make sure you're okay.
I mean, shedding's pretty normal for kobolds. You'll shed many coats yourself. This is the first time it's burnt.
Roll me a nature check.
Yeah. Nature check.
Okay. You're familiar with lizards. You know that as they grow, they shed their skin, and the best thing to help them shed things is a nice soak and gentle working of the area that's shedding. So,
And just do it gently in the water. Afterwards, hold off till we get in the water.
All right, for you, sweetie.
okay, so who's going to the bathhouse?
Me.
Boy, howdy.
Guess we all are.
Sounds like an all group activity.
Aside maybe from Nola, who might be
Might have feelings.
might think that it is normal to not take public baths.
I'll tell you what, Nola probably wouldn't be comfortable going in there. I'll take her back to the tavern.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Alright.
fair. Not everyone's as comfortable being naked as a kobold.
Well,
Oh, I can't wait to get
I
naked.
can't be naked as a kobold because I'm currently naked as a dwarf.
Yes, I wonder how long it's gonna stick.
And Well, you can't spell kobold without bold.
Damn
Yeah.
straight, son.
Kobold, I'm a kobold now. I'm a kobold now, and boy, how I'm gonna.
Okay.
Kobold.
You can't really tell from looking at me that currently I am of a different race. I mean, that's the only good thing about this.
So, those who are, make your way to the bathhouse. It is 10 silver, 10 silver for entry, and an additional 5 silver if you want to rent some tiles and detergent.
Korath is going to ask for the most fanciest bath and the most fanciest towels, and she's gonna overpay.
It is
I take my money.
It is a bare bones place. They don't really have much. Their fancy is soap.
Okay, and we're getting soap.
Shall we get Rudolph?
Do something.
Rudolph, come here. Here, little piggy. Oh, who's the best little money muncher? It's you.
Yeah, it's a little burp. He looks very happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I miss?
You are
I
at
just
the
called
bathhouse
Rudolph.
and are paying for entry, so it's just 15 silver each if you're getting tiles and soap. So
Yeah.
Nice.
So how many of us are there? 4?
Nixie is paying for herself. So you have Bing. No, Bing went to
Nope.
took Nola to the tavern. So it is Rascal, Ashward, Mads, or Korath even, and is Hunter joining them?
Yes.
Very well. In you go.
Okay, so it's for 4 people, 15 silver each.
Hunter, you are provided with a bathing comb for your fur.
You ruined my the picture I was about to post to the player chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Will you
No,
just
it's
post a
okay.
picture of a cat grooming themselves?
No, this.
All right, I took the money out of Rudolph. All 60 silver.
Okay. For context.
Actually, I have a better picture. I will find it. Continue.
So yeah, you head in. You can each get a separate bathing room. Rascal and Korath, I assume, share one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just simple wood-paneled rooms with a sunken basin with hot water. It seems that it is magically heated and magically filled. But you collect your soap, your towels. You go in, have a good soak, have a good scrub. Rascal and Korath managed to start to work off his old scales, revealing a little bit more of the metallic sheen to his scales.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like this. She's tracing around the metallic sheen, saying, "You were handsome before, and now you're even more handsome." It's like, I can't believe you get more handsome every day. But then I think it's you, so I can completely believe it.
I like to think that just the force of Rascal's blush alone here just causes like the old scales around his cheeks to just fall off.
I picture one of those anime like black and white things where like the outer shell of something like explodes out and turns to dust, you know.
The water gets a few degrees hotter. So yeah, we'll not linger too long in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
So I assume you head back home afterwards?
Yeah, Rascal's got a nice new shiny coat of metallic scales of a deep ruby hue. Ooh.
Well, Rascal, that clearly cleaned up nicely.
Yeah.
Would you please remove the turn order? It makes me feel like we're still in combat.
Maybe you are.
So
Every day is combat in Waterdeep.
So, sweetie, I have a question for you.
By all means, I'm all ears.
I've always called you Berry Bunny, but now that you're a little bit of a different color, would you rather I call you Ruby Roo?
If you want to, sweetie, by all means.
How about we just start alternating between the two? Then you'll never know, and it'll be a surprise every time.
Ooh, I love surprises.
Come on, Ruby Roo, let's go into the tavern.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Sashay, sashay, sway, sashay. And she's literally talking to herself. She's saying, move with the tail, move with the tail. And she's like kind of climbing the stairs doing that.
Alright. You return to the tavern for the lunch crowd. See, Ygrin gives you all a grin as you enter in a little wave, then leans back to go back to her job. Inside, things are a little bustling. You are hit with the smell of cooking sausage, potato, and cheese, and a lot of people around just happily munching down on their food. Yep, Cyril is there, as usual. He seems to think this is the best place to hang out. Nixia just kind of waddles up and sits at the bar and is like, perhaps a drink now, yes?
I hear that.
Oh, Mr. Rascal. Gordane kind of leans over the counter towards you.
Hey, Gordane.
This was delivered for you a little earlier.
For me?
I believe so, yes.
Alright.
More surprises.
What is it?
He hands you a small letter addressed to Rascal's rescuers.
Okay. Color me curious. I'm gonna open it up.
Okay, here. It is a letter.
Oh!
Now, I will say, for some reason, it wouldn't let me edit it to say this, but the second part of the first sentence has been scratched out.
Okay. Read. I think I may have to share this with everyone in private. But it's certainly an interesting read.
Ashwood's looking confused. Alright.
Yeah, just get your drinks here and we'll head out to the common room sometime and I'll fill you in on the deets. Speaking of, we survived, Gordane! Hooray!
Yeah!
Say, Gordane.
I
Say,
told you you would.
Say, Gordane.
Yes, I've been alive this whole time.
Damn straight!
Have you been
Yes.
able to arrange for the act that Mr. Skyreach has asked for? Have there been arrangements made? I think a little bit of a celebration is in order.
Yeah.
I can see if I can contact a few of the acts to start tonight if you want to celebrate.
What do you say, Rascal?
That would be fan-bloody-tastic. I am up for a party!
And at that moment, Korath quickly whispers something to Rascal that I need to get out to him really fast.
Also, I'll try not to blind you all with my new scales. Hehe.
Isn't he handsome, everyone? And then she whispers in Rascal's ear as best she can in the bustle.
Free drinks to the bowl of heart, eh? That works for me.
And she calls out and she does this little spin dance like she's been doing, and she says, Colorathia has a prediction. Free drinks for the Bold of Heart.
A few of them all kind of, the people are, look over to you and kind of look at each other. It's like, for who?
And then she says, free drinks to the Bold of Heart. Is your heart bold? Then free drinks. I have foreseen it.
I was distracted there. So a few of them cheer and start moving up towards the bar. Sweetheart, I'm trying to type. And you're just...
Aw.
You're just sitting in front of me.
Or like, so Rascal wants just go to like acknowledge like Lord Fairwind there, but well, Hunter has already whisked in and carted him away. So it's like, hey.
I just picture Hunter like silently walking the entire way after the bathhouse. Walk, and literally just like comes in the door, doesn't stop. Lord Fairwind's there. Oh, hello, my hand up the stairs.
Have fun, you two!
Exactly, that's exactly what happened.
Oh dear. Alright, so, are you claiming your drinks and going upstairs?
Hell yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna move it all up.
And asking if there's anything from the kitchen that that will be brought up.
Gordane says he can arrange to have something sent up.
Oh, Gordon, can you try and make one of those like meat things I told you about? Can you try again?
You mean there's Pfeifengeisen?
Pfeifengeisen, yeah. Can you try to make it again?
I'll ask Bert if he can arrange it.
Yeah, you remember when I wrote down what it was like?
I do, my dear, I do.
Yeah, bring those! I could
Alright.
eat 20 of them.
Gordane just kind of chuckles and shakes his head and moves off into the kitchen. But he's head upstairs. And despite the strange rhythmic noise from somewhere else in the house, these are now
You know,
settled around, and Rascal has a letter in his hand.
Collie, we gotta show him up later tonight.
I have foreseen it.
Alright.
I would say get a room, but you already have one.
Alrighty, so we'll fill Hunter in on the details later, but I have a letter from someone who is very much trying to be anonymous, but I think it's rather obvious who sent this. Rascal's Rescuers. An explanation is necessary, doubtless. You have discovered that I have taken the Stone of Galore. After we last
That
saw...
has been scratched out, by the way.
Oh, sorry. So, oh yeah, because that didn't end up happening.
Yep. For some reason, it
sorry.
didn't let me strike it out when I was trying to edit it, so...
So I'll retcon that first sentence. So, Rascal's Rescuers. After we last saw one another, I was able to trace down my last surviving relative. Or rather, he found me. After interrogating me, he made an ultimatum. I'd kill one of you and deliver you all to them. Once you found the vault or died, I chose death, and he did indeed slit my throat. However, the cut was not deep enough to cause harm. Instead, he sent me to steal the stone from you. I am grateful to my uncle for being the first person in the city to finally tell me the truth. I have hunted plague rats unnecessarily, as it was my own father responsible for my situation. He was a traitor who deserved his death. Pardon me. The guild has paid me enough to be able to leave Waterdeep for good, so I'm headed to the one place in the world where neither the Zentarum or Xanathar would dare try anything if they did find me again. Isla Saphira is dead. She died in a back alley with her throat cut. I have no intention of returning to Waterdeep, so let her rot in the ground. With that in mind, I leave you the last contents of my disposal box. You will find a second letter included bearing my signature, which will allow you to claim this gold along with the key to open it. 70 gold pieces is not much, but it is all I had left after getting rid of the few possessions I did have. I wish you luck in the future, and that I never meet any of you again. A for Isla. I added that last bit.
I think it was earlier, but I mean,
What do you think,
maybe
sweetie?
that's why she always was so cross with you.
What do you think, sweetie? What do we do?
Well, she left it to us. We'll take it.
Yeah, I guess.
That woman is an enigma, I swear.
She's very strange. I'm just glad. She puts her head down on her hand, like she lays her arms down on the table and puts her head down on them as best she can with her big old kobold snoot. to the side, and she says, just wondering what the next chapter is going to be.
Well, it's going to be Isla Free. She made that perfectly clear, and I'm okay with that fact.
Yeah, me too. That's the good part. I like that part best.
So, yous are brought up the second attempt at the Favageiser, which is slightly tastier. It seems that Bert put a little bit more work into this then. So you each have your bastardized burgers. And drink.
Yes.
Use rest, use drink. After several hours, Hunter and Roland come and join you for more drinking and speaking and drinking and eating. Eventually, late in the evening, Mert does arrive. He tells you that the negotiations with the dragon went well, and he is now currently making arrangements for the gold to be extracted. He traded as a gift, he gave a bag of holding to the dragon, who gathered up his gem stash, as well as a sizable donation of gems from Mert and the Harpers, took the staff, and exited into the city. As he left, he changed his guise, so even Mert doesn't know what he looks like now. He hands you each a pouch containing 100 gold pieces. Not gold pieces, platinum pieces. And tells you that this will do for a start. He has arranged for every month for the next 6 months to give you 1,000 platinum pieces.
Holy shit!
So, you will in total get 500 platinum pieces that he's going to spread the payments out as to not draw attention to your band.
Sensible.
That goes to each of you. So you're getting 5,000 gold each.
5,000 each.
That's a lot of gold.
Yep. 5,000
Well.
each.
That's not enough to make the fancy bed even. I'm kidding.
No. So, quick question from a voice of someone who is not here and was never here. Is there a spare unaffiliated thing? Basically, Peachy doesn't get anything because he's not there, right?
Oh, Peachy.
Stuff has been set aside for Peachy if he ever tries to come and claim it.
Okay.
So, with the great thanks of the Harpers, the money is invested back into the city. Much specified to Kulrath, a good portion of the money was set aside to renovating and improving the current orphanage that is run and financed by the Harpers. And Kulrath was given an interview with the matron, a Madame Fig, a delightful elven woman who's looking after the children, and she basically gives you a position of a steward in the orphanage, where you're kind of like a minder / teacher, but you're not bound to stay at the orphanage, so you can come and go as you please.
That seems like a good idea, don't you all think?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with this at all.
No.
You're a mother-to-be now, Cully.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cully has someone who can rein her in.
Yeah, I am.
It's sweetie, you're a kobold, and we've been taking the potions. It's a certainty you're pregnant.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I would say after a few months, there is a clutch of eggs.
Ooh, and what about
It's a small clutch. Your first clutch is always small. There's only 3.
Oh, only 3? And I didn't. Yes.
We had our own plans.
Yes.
I mean, if you want, you can
Go
just
ahead.
say,
What's your plan?
it's the ending. It's the ending. I want my clutch to be bigger. We already had plans for the size of the clutch, didn't we, do?
We already talked about it and said it was, thanks to the potions, it was bigger.
It's 8.
Alright, you have a clutch of 8 little ones.
Would you like to tell the names that we came up with,
Oh,
Koo?
Sure.
I named their children.
We named our children. I will bring them up because I pinned them on Discord. See, that one's gonna be Rabble, and that's Rouser, Clarity, Chorus, Captain, Champion, Regal, Random.
That's adorable.
See, Chorus don't care much for gender, so it doesn't matter. The names
No.
work for any of them.
Exactly. That was by design. And then what about, and I assume during this time, Rascal and Korath closed the door, traveled to the forest?
If you wanted to do that, is that a quest you would have wanted to undertake?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. It's
Okay.
very important to her.
Then,
It's very important that she throws the stone in.
with the aid of the Harpers, you're finally able to track down your tree. Nixia travels with you because she fancies an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Bingo's as well because he knows
Mhm.
he knows
To be,
Planar
to be
travel,
honest,
so-
I think we all would go. Even Ashwood would accompany her.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't want you to get into trouble.
So you
Ah,
find
see,
the tree.
we're blessed to have friends like these, Cully.
Yes.
You found the tree, and as Colwith promised, she set just her hand into the portal. With a surge of magic, her entire body glowed. The glow was gone. The portal was gone. The rippling pool in the center of the tree fell still. The portal is closed. The stone is gone. The aboleth is gone. And Kulrath is now permanently a kobold.
Well, I'm glad to see he kept his end of the bargain. Good riddance to bad eggs.
Into my domain.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
Did any
world
of
he
you hear
runs
that?
to.
To be fair, I think he's just very happy to spread his tentacles, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what road he runs to. There'll be other heroes to take him out.
In the months afterwards, Ronal asks Hunter if she wishes to move out to his estate.
Ooh.
To be with him a little bit more often, as his business is keeping him out of the city for longer and longer. And he confesses he doesn't want to be without her.
Aww.
You best believe she says yes.
Yeah!
Yes!
She had already retired from the guard.
Well,
I was just
Well-
dealing with the tavern.
well,
Okay.
if you wish, you always have a bed in this house, in the room.
Very well. So,
I mean, until we turn it into a nursery. Just saying.
True. But then again, you have enough money to probably with enough money to expand our locations.
Yeah, I was just being a shit. I was just thinking of just putting an extension on our room. Cully's.
Hunter, why don't you tell us your happy ending?
Yes?
Do it.
Put me on the spot here. Improv. Okay. Well, like I said, Hunter would have retired from the guard after this. He's more or less headed up to here. Here being about 2 feet past her head with adventuring bullshit. And she kept to the tavern for a while, dealing with everything. Till Ronald asked her to move in with her. To which, like I said, she said yes.
Aww.
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
how far away will Hunter be from the tavern? Like, is it commutable, or will this be the parting of the crew?
His estate, where he has now built his new house and is the centre of his business, is probably about a 3-hour horse ride out of Waterdeep.
Okay, then if you'll indulge me, I'd like to get Hunter a present.
Oh?
With my oodles and oodles of money, I would like to buy Hunter a pseudo-dragon for companionship. Because, well, the gazer didn't work out, but maybe she'll have better luck with a pseudo-dragon.
Which
Got a
can be
plan.
trained to carry messages.
She graciously accepts it. And then
We're gonna...
a year or so down the line, he actually asked Ronald to marry her. And they have a nice litter of kittens.
Aww.
Aww.
And Ronald seems to be he thinks himself the happiest man in the world.
Yes.
He has
Rascal knows how
regained
that
his
feels.
family's honor. He has a wonderful woman at his side. He has a nice litter of kittens, and he is damn sure he's going to treat those kittens the worth of an honest day's labor to ensure that his father's legacy never happens again.
Aww. And he owes it all to a pyromaniac.
And I will also say, with the amount of investments he was able to make after the fire, Ronald becomes one of the richest merchants in Waterdeep.
Oh.
And eventually becomes an open lord, which is someone who has a big say in the governing of the city.
Oh.
Go, Ronald!
I get the feeling that Tilbert Salazar's De Silva Act for Kobold rights, inheritance rights, probably gets through then.
Yep.
Gord,
To be
speaking
honest,
of kobolds, Journeys,
Yes.
you mentioned this a while ago. There are like 4 kobold collectors in the city, like one for each cardinal direction: north, south, east, west.
No, there is one kobold collective, which is them all together. There are 3 quote-unquote tribes, which is just basically 3 tenement buildings. Each one has their own den mother that dictates where the resources go within each tenement.
Yeah.
So that's the 3. They call them the 3 tribes, but it's really just 3 tenement buildings.
Okay, well, the Kobold Collective is going to get a donation of 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
And
They are able to make massive renovations to the tenements to make them a lot more comfortable, as well as constructing a 4th.
I owe them. Rascal owes them his life, so yeah.
Yeah, and Korath is going to give 3,000 also. So they if 3,000 will get them refurbished, then I don't know what the other 3,000 going to do.
All right. So, Ashward, what's your happy ending?
well, I don't know if it is necessarily a happy ending, but it is a contempt one. Ashworth settled in deals with a little bit of the tavern. Some of his money, I believe about 3,000 gold, will go into the furnishing of tenements in the poorer districts. So he is actually going through with the ideas that he had given in the old converted windmill. He is also in talks with a few of the guilds to build an additional school for the less fortunate.
Okay. Mert is more than willing to give you Harper assets to help you with these deals. Because this is pretty much what the Harpers are about.
Hell
And yeah, ultimately, who knows what Ashwood finds in love and other things.
Oh,
I
and
think that
Ashford?
we may always see a future adventure where he might figure those things out.
Oh, and Ashford? Rascal assures you that he will not put your deep dark secret in the book. Because that is
yes, about the book, about the play. I almost forgot. Yeah, we're going to put that on. Ashwood is also putting some money to the creation of the Rascals playing theater and the theatrical troupe that he's probably going to assemble.
Rascal really forgot about that.
What?
Korath did not. That's what the other 2,000 is for.
Okay.
The other 2,000 is going to go to Rascal's creation of to facilitate the book and facilitate the production of like Rascal's like play video or musical or whatever that he wants to put on, and also a little bit to make the 9 medallions or whatever that to give to everyone. Everyone gets one.
All right.
Even Gordain and Egrin.
Excellent. Nola, what's your happy ending?
Well, I think part of her happy ending is that I want to say a few months down the line when she knows everybody a little bit better and feels like she can trust them a lot more than she used to. She's going to sit everyone down and she's going to stand before them and say, "You probably guessed I have kind of a secret, and I didn't want to let anyone know because I thought you may reject me or think I would be abhorrent to you or anything like that, but I trust you now and I know I can tell you." And she reaches up and she removes her ponytail and she looks around and with deep gravitas in her voice she says, "I'm bald."
He just kind of blinks.
Rascal bursts out laughing.
Because Bing knows. He's known all along. He's just not said anything because he's expecting Noel to actually come forward with it.
Yep.
Okay.
That is a beautiful creature.
So you're fully impaired, eh? Happens to the best of us.
I was worried when I transformed that I would lose my beautiful long dark hair, but bald is beautiful too. We're all beautiful in so many ways. Scales, your skin.
And what does Nola do in the long term?
I believe she's going to actually integrate herself more with the tavern, and she may actually work as a waitress there, and she is never going to tire of recommending the best dishes of the day, and she's very convincing when it comes to describing the taste.
Yeah, we'd totally hire her, especially after this dramatic change of personality.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's so nice seeing people grow. Oh yeah, only the best wig for Nola.
Maybe one day she can even afford 2 proper glass eyes.
Matching ones.
Yeah.
And what is Bing's happy ending?
Yeah, I want to know about Bing.
Bing spends around 6 months in Waterdeep before he decides that basically Titania basically gives him his marching orders. He is heading to the Scorpion Coast. He's sent to the Wildlands to try and find the other members of the other 3 calamities that survived. He does tell the others before he leaves. So.
Bing, you're leaving?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever Lady Titania desires, really. I'm her knight, I have to do what she says.
A paladin has his duty, after all.
Oh, you were supposed to stay and teach the kids to be all, sparkly.
Well, we got Adi for that, but no, I have to... I told you all, didn't I, about Mikavad? Didn't I?
Yeah, he's the shit.
Calamity.
Well, there's still 3 others out there somewhere in that part of the world, and I kind of have to go and try and clear the mess up, so to speak.
Hey, I know you can kick their ass. I'm not too worried.
And if you need our help, we'll help you.
That's the point. I get the feeling that might be where a certain other person is, and if she can prove it's useful there, then who knows?
Would we know this person you're alluding to?
Kolrath is lost.
She did donate a little money to the tavern.
Her, yes.
Well, she wants nothing to do with us, but you're not part of Rascal's Rescuers officially, so have at it, Bing. Just be sure to stay in one piece so you can attend the premiere of the play. If not, I'll send a book to the Feywild somehow. We're rich. We'll figure it out.
Just ask. Gonna say you met with Mr. Tomadar, haven't you?
Let's say yes.
I'm sure Mr. Tomadar will be able to get it to me somehow.
Yeah, he's a blowhard, but he knows his stuff when it comes to magic. Gotta give the guy that.
Well, see you all soon, I hope.
Oh, it's a certainty,
Farewell,
Bane.
my
It's
friend.
just a matter of when.
That is definitely true.
What do you say? We should probably think about getting the place a little bit nicer. Little nicer furniture later on.
Oh, I was thinking, like, in the Pink Flump, they have those sort of lights.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, the magical lights, yes.
Yeah, we could do those for sure.
Yes.
so as you start talking about how to improve the tavern, after Hunter has moved on with her beloved, Bing has head off on his quest. Nexia has headed off for her own little adventures, but comes back every now and again. And sadly, we all know that Captain Vizan does not get a happy ending.
I would actually like to say about Captain Vizan and his quote-unquote happy ending, if I may.
Sure.
Okay. So, that night, or probably the next night, it depends on what Nixia's timetable is. A time is had.
Definitely.
Bow
There
chicka wow
is-
wow.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there is also a basic letter given to her, trusted to her, for instructions. Basically, a little more refined instructions in regards to the investments and plans for the tavern. Over the next 3 years, from various locations across the world, there is money that just appears one day that's, marked with a little V, and that is sent to the tavern through various couriers. For Vizan himself, however, his wife is probably a little disappointed with his lack of success in Waterdeep. This was his first and technically his only mission away from her. After a little aggressive discipline to get him back on track, things return to normal for the rather unusual family unit. Him, Sheelil, and Emerald. They all continue their work for the Zentarum, mainly out Baldur's Gate for a while, a few other places. And then one day, 3 years later, it's a very dark night, very misty. Leading the way, the ladies behind him, Peachy heads off into the mist.
After having gotten a letter, I presume.
He's gotten a letter.
The way that Strahd pulls people in.
There we go. Yes, thank you for the reminder. No, I would say this. Yeah, they do meet a rather unusual individual at a tavern one night. He is looking for work, and yeah, Peachy would, he would definitely lead the charge there. But that would basically be that.
So there we are. That's the end. 2 families, a clutch and some kittens. 2 quests starting off, and someone finding a nice, happy, mundane life.
So, Jonas,
Yes.
one more thing if you'll allow me. So, thanks to Decourt for reminding me that this was a thing I wanted Rascal to do, setting up, like, our own little theatre house for the common folk to enjoy. How much would that cost to set up? Because, like, Cully and Ashwood put money for to help.
It would have cost to build a new building,
Yeah.
which would have been needed. It would have been more than you had. However, thanks to some nudging from Nixia, you were able to secure investment from certain lords within the city.
Hooray!
And I'm fairly certain that a certain very well-off merchant by the name of Ronald might be assisting.
Yeah, Ronald would have put in as well.
Nice.
Aww.
So, presuming by that, I don't need to make any deductions from my pile of cash.
I mean,
Nah.
it's a long project. We're making a little bit of profit from the tavern.
Yeah, yous are. The tavern... The Rascal's rescuers earned a reputation.
Damn
And
straight.
Yous have been offered odd jobs around the place. Adventurers start to accumulate in your tavern.
Oh, we should definitely set up a quest board.
Yeah, you eventually, Gordain eventually suggests that you set up a small quest board. Nothing to the size of the yawning portal, but a lot of the smaller things. The baby adventurers come here.
That's fine.
Because they get inspired by the little red kobold who could.
Oh, I'm dying of precious.
Funnily enough,
I
a
just-
lot of these adventurers are little kobolds.
Yes! Yes!
And
It has
few-
begun!
and a few little gobos.
Oh,
Yes! Goblins are cool too!
Rascal's,
Go at the snow!
Rascal's
Sorry.
Rendezvous ends up getting a citywide reputation of a mixing pot of many races and many social classes. Anyone is welcome within the doors as long as they don't start shit. Your tavern's business is booming to the point where
yeah.
eventually you're able to purchase the building next door and extend into it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're putting the theatre in there.
Well,
Why
that's
not?
you would not get the theater in there. It's not big enough. You
Okay.
build a purpose-built building for that in a proper area.
Alright. Then that gets a stage. The extension gets a stage.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You extend
Yes.
the bar, add a proper stage. The tavern cats love it. Shoulder
course they
grows
do.
up to be a happy, fat little cat who drapes around the shoulder of Gordain. Rudolph happily patrols the floor, scooping up dropped copper.
You know, it just occurs to me that wherever Hunter is, like up in the country, she's probably attracting wild cats.
Yeah.
And she's probably okay with that.
Hey, it keeps mice out of the fields.
Also, I just have to
Also,
tell everyone that the
It means her
playhouse,
children listen to her.
damn straight. The playhouse is called Ye Yippin Yappin Playhouse. And yes, the Kenku are played by Kenku. Kobolds are played by Kobolds, damn it!
Yeah. So that begs a question then. That means you cast 2 actors, one for Mads and one for Kolrath, since they're clearly different people in the book, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Matt
yeah.
had to leave very dramatically.
Oh, she died.
Oh yeah, like Rascal's heartbroken.
Yeah.
Absolutely torn apart.
Yes.
There's like a scene in the movie where it's like, or in the play where like, Mads dies in some horrifying way, and Rascal has to move on. So then
Yeah.
the mysterious figure of Kolrath shows up.
Yeah, but Big would be relieved to know that Rascal
think-
finally figured out how to enhance the truth by that point.
Alright, so that's that. Everybody has
yeah.
had a nice wrap up. Everybody got their share of the money.
Yeah.
Occasionally you would
Yes,
encounter an elven fellow with an odd golden sheen to his skin that enters the rendezvous every now and again. But aside from that, that's it.
I'd like to add one more thing, if you'll allow me. It's very quick. You won't even have to
It is
say
very
anything.
quick because we are getting on in time, but go on.
Once a week, Rascal heads over to the Temple of Sahanin and just helps them out with whatever tasks that need doing.
Alright.
That is it.
Aw.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Memory of Sammy.
And that
Never left.
is the end of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It went on a
I
little
think we
longer than anticipated, but I think you've had too much fun with it.
Final
Yeah.
session. It's understandable.
Would you
I-
please, DM, would you please remind us how long you thought you were going
I
to be
honestly
running
thought
this?
this would go on for a month, maybe a month and a half. Then you'll get too interested in the RP. But anyway, so that means that the Thursday slots, I will be stepping back to let one of our other DMs step in. It will be.
You mean Saturday?
Saturday. Why did I say Thursday? Saturday slots.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to step back because Icy has been frothing at the bit to run their own game, and I am really excited. I want Icy to have a go. I will always encourage new DMs. So,
Yes.
Icy will be taking over from next week with their little their short campaign. Hopefully, will actually be short instead of what that was. And then after that, we will be returning to Curse of Strahd.
Ooh.
I do picture it being more than a month, but hopefully not more than 3.
So yeah, that's that.
Right for that.
We finished up Waterdeep, and I'm really glad. I'm really happy how it ended.
Before you hang up and say goodbye, I think we all need to give a round of applause to Jonas for being an amazing DM.
Indeed.
Aww.
You put up with our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only partially.
Just patient.
Applause.
I have learned that sometimes I need a DMPC to steer you guys back nose. But anyway. So, I'll leave that there. And signing off, and most of these people are going to retire these characters, so this is a little bit emotional for some of them.
Yeah,
It's going to be
I'm very emotional.
a goodbye to Rascal, played by Kubur.
Good night, everyone, and I assure you, Rascal will return. It was up in the air for a bit, but he's sticking around. He's up for more adventure.
I'm glad to hear that.
Me too.
It's going to be a goodbye from Nola, played by Creature.
Creature?
Creature.
Creature!
Might have.
Beep beep. There we
There you
go.
go, yes.
Yeah.
The microphone down, it still went mute. Not fair. So yeah. Goodbye. Don't tell anybody about my hair.
Oh. It's going to be a good night from Mads / Colrash / Lady Madeline, professional detective, played by.
Remember in real life to choose love and kindness always. It'll win.
Aww.
And if Rascal's gonna be back, Colrat's gonna be back.
Fuck yeah. Husband-wife team kicking ass, taking names.
It's going to be a good night from Ashward, played by Dirk.
Good night, and yes, if Rascal and Korath return, well, there's always a spot for good old Ashwood, isn't there? Maybe he'll even lose his silly little accent.
And it's going to be a good night from Captain Vizan, played by Devillo.
Good night, everyone. It has been a genuine pleasure to bring a dead NPC literally to life. And he's not exactly as dead as you might think, but we'll get to that in Curse of Strahd.
He's currently a little bit stuck.
Oh, in the best way possible.
And it's going to be a good night from Hunter, the cat who has had it up to here with all this bullshit, played by Icy.
Yes, good night, everyone. Hunter is much happier now.
Yes, she is. I love that she got her happy ending. I'm so happy. And lastly, it's going to be good night to Seth Wolf, who played Sammy, Alia, and Bing.
Bing may not be back, but I'm sure you'll arrange for someone to come and help if need be. And Alia, well, we'll see about that in the next couple of weeks in Maelstrom, won't we?
Alia will return in Tuesdays.
Alia will return. I'm still a little heartbroken about Sammy, but we'll leave that there anyway.
Yeah.
Two, I love Sammy.
Thanks for
Sammy
coming
was
up.
the thing that flipped Peachy.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
So,
We
thank
don't
you for
talk
coming
about
up
her
for
much, but yeah.
all our madness. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as we did, and we'll see you in the next campaign. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.